post it to my Discord.
Certainly.
Certainly.
Not my copy pasta.
Oh god, my mic! I really need to invest in one of those mic stands that, like, hovers your mic in front of you, but I don't know how much they are, and I don't have money. So...
Yeah.
Please donate to the Basil is a Poor Motherfucker Fund.
I mean...
No, donate to the Zach's a Poor Motherfucker Fund.
No, the 3 is a Poor Motherfucker Fund, I'm sorry.
How about let's just start a Poor Motherfucker Fund and we'll all take from
Yes!
Yes.
We'll share it equally.
Gets $1. We can't split this between 3.
We can get one taco, and each of us get a bit of the taco.
But shipping the taco to Canada so that some of us can have part of the taco costs money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true, and the only other way for us to all, like, eat a fresh taco is for 2 of us or all 3 of us to travel, and then we're even in more debt.
Yeah.
This hypothetical donation drive has already failed us.
That's okay.
And Basil probably doesn't live anywhere near me, so... Unfortunate.
I live in the great state of Missouri, where everyone's a little bit racist.
You know, we don't actually live that far away. In Arkansas.
I was gonna say, you guys are actually kind of close, though, unless either of you've moved recently.
No.
Nope.
I live in Arkansas, close to Texas and Oklahoma. Right there.
Excuse me, I think you mean Arkansas.
I will kill all of you.
Why all of us?
I was about to say, like, listen, I'll die for my stupidity, but don't just bring anybody else down. Then I'll feel bad when I'm in hell.
I've heard that joke so many times that I'm just over it. I'm over it.
Are you?
Oh, please, like I haven't heard people say, don't you mean Missouri?
I have never called it that, so I don't...
I've never heard it called that either.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys actually don't live in the South.
I mean, I live in the South, but there's, you know... There's
apparently you don't...
the South.
Apparently you don't live in the South. Because I've heard a lot of people call it Missouri, and I'm like, what the... Like, literally someone had such a thick Southern country accent when I was going to college in Kentucky. They kept calling it, like, Missouri. They said it so fast, or like, Mazura, and like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you just like, yeah, like, you live, like, you're, like, near the... Oh, fuck, what is Missouri known for besides racism?
Literally nothing. That's it.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, okay, so, like, Missouri's not, like, 100% racist, but it's, like, such a boring state that unless you're talking about St. Louis, the only notable thing about Missouri is that it's a little racist.
Oh?
I mean,
Aren't most of the southern states a little racist?
Yes.
Man, so weird. I wonder why that is. I scratch my beard as I hold the Confederate flag.
Yeah, right.
Don't say A, that's our word.
Wait, what if I say it? What if I do like the fawns, like A?
That's okay.
That's okay, yeah.
That's like the loophole there.
Yeah.
That one loophole.
Welcome back, viewers and actually no, I'm gonna make I'm not gonna make that joke. Actually, if I learned anything from last week, is that some jokes just don't work. I really want to though. But I don't know you guys well enough yet, so we'll hold off on it. Welcome back, people who like D&D, people who like me, and for some reason, people who like Luna.
Wow.
That's me.
We should probably post this in my thing so that people that like me do show up.
You know,
she felt a little too attacked there.
We all know everyone's here for me anyway, so... Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got them hot cross buns, I don't know what else anyone should expect. Oh sure, now everyone's silent.
Oh, sorry. Ha 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 ha.
Whatever, I got my ambiguously gay joke in there somehow. Welcome to the campaign that I like to call the Far-Flung campaign, where a majority of Canadians and 2 Americans try to play Dungeons and Dragons. Emphasis on the word try.
Yeah.
I should
Oh,
probably
that's
stop
why
playing
there's an
Borderlands, shouldn't
There it is.
I will quit.
One of us is playing Borderlands instead, but that's okay.
Right, Ed.
I'm coming.
Hey now.
You're a rock star.
Rockstar.
I knew
Get
it.
your game on. Go. Play!
No!
Oh god.
Oh, right, okay, I was like looking for your guys' game notes. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I made a document. It's like, oh, right, they didn't really do anything last time besides fight things, so there were no notes to be made.
How dare you? I have notes. That's rude.
Oh, we're supposed to be keeping notes? I see.
I mean,
It's definitely
I
gonna
always
be
keep
useful. I personally only ever make notes of like characters and specific like events or items, even if as I'm the dungeon master, because
There's 2
most
Grandos.
things they're. Oh
why,
no!
Why is there 2 of me?
One of you has to fight for dominance.
One
Oh no!
just walked out of there.
It is fine, I won.
But yeah, like when I start dropping character names, you might want to really consider taking notes because you're gonna forget things. I know I forgot things, and my notebook actually saved me multiple times in my old game.
Bree, can I copy your note?
You're a little far away, and my notes are all handwritten.
Apparently,
Oh,
Send me a
what?
picture.
Why would you do analog? Save it on a document, Chief.
apparently I have Microsoft Office on my computer. What?
That should be standard in all computers, if I'm not
What?
mistaken.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
no, I
It's
don't.
not nowadays now.
No, I don't actually have it. It says
What?
install Office.
I mean, Google Docs is much more convenient.
It is.
if you have an internet connection.
Yeah, if you have an internet connection. I use one. I use whatchamacallit, Open Office, usually.
Alright, the beginning of the campaign's music is now up in the tabletop audio for anybody who wants to. And I will also post the music we're using to the Twitch chat, because that maybe the players, the listeners themselves can get spooky scaried.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Send shivers down your spine. Creepy
So,
souls will talk your
actually-
soul. Deal your doom tonight.
Have you seen?
What you-
Did I link you guys to the freaking Pumpkin and Woo song?
No.
You did, yep.
What you can
Don't do
do.
I need this.
Oh, it's not YouTube.
It's the
Never mind.
worst. It is the worst thing I've ever had to experience, and I hate it.
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
I'm worried.
Oh,
should
Let me
Lord.
find it. You should be worried. Mercy sent it to me.
Oh God.
Mercy me.
Okay.
Alright, so, last time in the campaign, y'all managed to impress me quite a bit. Good amount of teamwork, good amount of strategery with how you guys fought off the pack of demon dogs and Edward Scary Hands. 2 of you, consisting of Candor and Bliss, pretty much found what was essentially just a little mapped treasure, and argued how you were going to get the treasure, what the split cut was going to be, until you discovered there was a very spooky, scary, demonic armor with 2 spooky, scary dogs next to his throne, sitting there a little lazily, and you thought, no, not today, Satan. The rest of you, consisting of Sola, Gandalf the Brave and Mighty, and Vorton, you guys discovered this little, like, out-of-place, very swanky room with booze, books, and potentially billions of dollars of gold of things you could steal. Eventually, Bliss and Candor, you managed to get into the room as well, and as you guys were all thinking, you know what, we'll both steal and sleep here, you heard a voice say, "Oh good, I do love having company, it's been quite a while." But as far as you all know, you're the only ones in the room.
Evidently not.
So, welcome back to the campaign. Who wants to react first to hearing of a rich, foppish voice? Just, who is that, Vorton? Do you just start screaming? Ah!
That was Grandal.
Why
You
I
get
was
mixed up every time.
I am bad with voices. I'm better with faces.
That's fair.
And I don't hear...
Fortunate.
But can
And in my defense, I don't hear Grandolph a lot. Like, he's very quiet.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fair. Yeah.
So, Grandolph, you begin to serenade everybody as you start just screaming in the highest, most gorgeous pitch any of them have ever heard.
Can I tell which way the voice came from?
It actually
Behind
came...
you.
Well, where Grandolph was standing, it was behind him. To everybody else, roll a perception check.
Everyone else.
Yeah, because Grandolph, I'm going to say with where you were in the vicinity, you kind of immediately turned around.
Wow, that's some perception right there.
Percepted the shit out of
Vorton, you were too busy glaring at everybody like a very upset father to notice. So, you're kind of juggling a lot of books and booze, so, like, you're kind of, like, almost buried under all of these things as you're holding them. Alright. Candor and Bliss, you rather immediately just turn to the picture of the man above the fireplace, as you see him now looking at all of you.
Does this look like the same body that I pulled the key off of?
You can't tell from features because he was pretty eviscerated and burned, but it does look like the same clothing and robes.
Gross.
So he looks like he's basically in the painting.
I look at the painting, and then I look at Candor, and then I look at the fireplace. And I look back to Candor, as if asking permission to put the painting in the fireplace.
I look at Bliss, I look at the fireplace, and then I just turn my attention in a different direction.
Alright, I'm gonna roll to see if he know. Are you guys trying to, like, stealthily make these faces?
No.
No.
Okay, he just knows, like, I would prefer if you not do that. I don't want to die again. And second of all, you all need me if you want to get out of here.
I start
Elaborate?
inching towards the painting.
I'm serious. You will die here painfully and never get out. We'll all die.
Aren't you already dead?
Well, you see, it's actually a rather interesting situation. I'm not entirely dead. Wizard situation. Are any of you magically inclined?
Yes.
Ah, perfect. You might understand. There are methods of sort of cloning yourself, and I've already mastered that easily. However, I've also taken the precaution on some particular situation where if my soul would not leave the old body and go into one of my multiple, and he, like, you kind of, like, as you're reaching for it, Bliss, you literally feel his hand, like, smack you, but you it's like, stop that! Long story short, my soul went here. It's very temporary. I don't have more than a few hours before, well, I'm dead, and you're all stuck here.
Can't we just, like, leave out the door?
Unfortunately, it's not that easy.
Lame. I want to tip
Indeed.
the painting sideways.
You do that, and he's like, I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm not going. He's like kind of like doing a mantra to himself. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot.
I'm gonna walk over and straighten the painting back up.
Oh, thank you.
I shall test this not leaving is easy theory and go to leave through the door.
The door's locked,
Is it?
and I have the key. So.
Well, the door's locked from the outside. He can unlock it from the inside. But as you leave the door, you just go outside the room, and you're back in like the dungeon.
Okay. I go back into the room.
Well, I didn't mean literally that it's impossible to leave here. I mean it's impossible to leave this hellhole. Hellhole, I'm terrible.
I'm just gonna cross my arms over my chest and just stare at him blankly.
Right, well, my name is going to be told to you as soon as I pull up the generator.
Did you forget when you died, or?
So, some of the memories are kind of coming back to me. It takes time.
What is
Weird
this
how I remember my
generator?
first kiss and don't remember my actual name. Oh, that's why I've gone by like a million. Although, what is my real name? He like starts to have like an existential crisis.
Do you even exist if you can't remember your own name?
And suddenly the painting stops moving. His name is... I hate so many of these names. Okay, this one...
Just pull up IKEA's
Yes.
website.
My name is Pagif Doug.
That's unfortunate.
I know.
No, talking about him unable to remember his name, I just imagine SpongeBob. I threw out his name!
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be a little bit more difficult than normally would. I also got a message from... you can roll a sleight of hand if you want to see. I'll roll to see if he catches it.
Does he get a thing because he's distracted?
No. I would say you can do this, but you are able to like slowly put the stuff away because you have so much in your hands, and he's just not paying attention. But no advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. On the plus side, it wasn't that high of a roll. You might. Oh. All right. You're able to stow away 3 books in your bag. Your bag, however, can't really comfortably hold anymore, and you're also kind of juggling everything at once. Now then, do you all know where we are currently?
In a dungeon.
I was hoping you would know.
Oh, I do. I'm just trying to see how much I have to catch you all up to speed.
An educated guess would be hell.
Yes, but which one?
A bad one.
That's a dungeon.
Obviously not the dragon help.
Exactly. He actually points to Vorton as he says that. Here's the thing. Normally, it's fairly easy to figure out which plane of damnation you're from, or you're going to. This is different. It's sort of has multiple areas, different elements, different scenarios. And he kind of looks more glassy-eyed. Different nightmares. So it's a little random what exactly is here. I have deduced that this is actually a constructed sort of center of all the hells. And, well, it should be a little easier to get out, except there seems to be some kind of magical barrier that keeps anyone from leaving.
Oh, it makes sense. When what's in hell getting out?
But how did we get in?
Oh,
Well, I mean, we knew we'd end up here eventually.
Look, this is not the time for that conversation, Bliss.
So a fucking paladin kicks down the door, is like, "Hello, have you heard the good word of Bahamut? He'll save your soul."
Thought I was a good dragon, but now I'm in hell, so questioning everything about my religion now.
Wait, so see, so this actually fits with the others. You all most definitely don't remember how you got here.
No.
I mean, I was hoping it was late night drinking, but I mean, hell is a little drastic for that.
For you, I don't know.
Well, I can definitely say that while I wouldn't call myself a saint, but hell seemed a little bit of a stretch for me as well. Although I did get into a bit of a tussle, if I remember correctly. It's hard to remember memories here. Point is, I don't think we are meant to be here, and I think everybody else wants to leave, correct?
Yes.
I would agree, but
Obviously.
judging from the way the others have conducted themselves, they might belong here.
Oh! Getting
Bliss-
called out!
Bliss just shrugs. You're not wrong.
Well, regardless, I need you all to help me, because simply put, I have no one else to turn to.
Are you a
Exactly.
little beyond help at this point?
Oh no, once we're able to get out, if you follow my instructions and we're able to escape this literal and figurative hell, or is it just literal at this point, semantics, we will be able to return my soul into the actual clones that I've created for myself. It's just my soul can't escape here, and that's a little troubling and concerning.
Uh-huh.
So where do we
Now.
start?
Well, simply put, how far into the dungeon have all of you gone?
About this far.
Yup.
Candor and Bliss, are you two saying or doing anything to imply otherwise?
No.
No, Candor's like, well, I mean, we encountered some dead dogs, and something that looked oddly like a ghast that I've seen before.
Well, it's from the research I've been able to conduct, which is a lot since I've been here for a while. I don't know how long exactly time is befuddled. You have to sort of face a literal embodiment of sin on some form or shape and simply gain the key to leave here.
Ah, okay. So that key we got.
No,
I'm just-
no, that's actually the key to this room. That is going to be necessary for us to leave, but I mean a literal sort of memento from hell.
Sick.
It's like the one thing she says is sick.
You guys hear all of like this cavalcade of books and booze.
Who brought this child?
Who brought this sassy child? Now then, simply put, you'll have to go further into the dungeons, defeat the, I believe the younglings these days call them boss, as it is, and you should be able to then find a treasure room, which I would appreciate getting. He pauses at that. You know, actually, no. My freedom should be priced enough. Anything you find in there is yours. Just and then he turns to you, Sola. Put my stuff back if you wouldn't mind.
I will
We all
shift
turn
it
and
and dump
stare
it
at
all
the
onto the table next to me.
You see him like grab the bridge of his nose and go, "Thank you, thank you." And to remind you guys, this guy is half elf with black hair and is just kind of like cut on the sides and is in a ponytail. I bet that's probably not what he looked like last week, but that's what I'm going with now.
Solid.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, he didn't really look like anything last week. He was kind of just a crisp.
But I think I described the portrait, and now I'm just changing it because that's what Dungeon Masters can do.
Oh, now I can't remember what you described the portrait as last time.
Sweet, sweet continuity.
just have Phalus pop up. Great continuity. I'm taking notes now though, so this won't happen again. I lied.
That'll happen next week.
It'll probably happen next week.
It'll probably happen in like 20 minutes anyways, so.
Well, I mean, Bree's also taking notes, so she can call you out on it.
I would appreciate if she does, because sometimes I'm the worst.
I mean, I didn't write down the description of the painting last week because Candor and Bliss were arguing.
How could you guys not write down the description? What do I even do the descriptions for?
You know,
I mean,
I wrote
we were
down.
in the other room, so...
Yeah, I wrote down the description this time.
Yep, and there's no going back.
I could completely go back to the video on demand, but
Yes, you could.
I don't feel like it.
Ever.
Also, speaking of which, one of your remember the survivor whose name I have forgotten.
Wait a minute.
And oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
I might
right.
actually.
It's Path Kinley.
Thank you. I was about to say like maybe I do have these notes somewhere, but Path Kinley.
Yep. See, I take some notes. I took a name of a random NPC. It's fine.
Yep.
He's our buddy.
Yeah, Path is literally sitting there, just kind of like marveled. He's like kind of slumped in a chair, pointing at the painting. He's like, Peyton talks.
Oh god.
Is he going to be okay?
He was almost dead when we found him, so, like, 2080?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna sleep in this chair and pass out from blood loss. Thank you for your concern.
Uh-huh.
What concern?
Yep, I'm concerned.
So, is there anything I can help you all with to make this happen? Because this is going to be a bit of a tough fight.
Well, how can you help me help you?
Can we use you as a distraction?
No.
Can we use you as a shield?
No!
Can we use you as a battering ram and or something to hit the enemy with?
I like
If
your
you're
idea.
trying to literally use me in this form for anything besides gifts and advice, we're all going to die.
Wait,
Wait.
what type of
Gifts you
gifts?
have?
Yeah, you can give us
That's
gifts.
fun.
Well, for instance, I'm sure in one of these multiple books there's some kind of enchantment I can put on you to give you a bit of edge in the fight.
Which book?
I like Edge. Just good.
Well, it depends what you're looking for. I see. I'm very known and I'm very studious in the arcane arts. It's just I also dabble in things that I probably shouldn't, which is kind of how I think I got here in the first place.
Probably.
Actually, speaking of which, can we roll to see if we know this fellow? Does his name ring anybody's bell?
You know what? Go for it. I like that you're bringing that forward.
What roll
What would I
that
roll
be?
for that?
You would need to roll history.
Oh, look at
Oh shit.
With some candor.
Look at us, historious people.
Yeah, I have a 1. It's fine.
My +5 helped me.
Yeah.
Nice. For the people who have magical powers, you were all generally kind of born with these powers, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
no.
Sure.
I would also be
Alright.
educated, though, right?
Mine are gifted to me by Bahamut for following him.
Could we say self-taught?
Alright, if you were born with your powers, self-taught, or you shook hands with a demon, you probably wouldn't know this even with a decent roll, just because it's not really in your forte. Sola, being that you're from a very high-bred background, the name does kind of ring familiar. And if you remember correctly, he's not appreciated in the arcane world.
Okay. How long ago was he active? Like, would I know, like, the last thing he's written or the last thing that he's done?
You would know that some less than a decade ago, he was playing with the concept of interdimensional travel, and a lot of people didn't appreciate it since something kind of came through once and attacked a royalty, and it was a bad time for all, and he escaped.
And that was the last time that I knew about him, right?
Yep. And this was also only heard from hearsay. Were not actually in attendance at this.
No, of course not. I would have been like 10, so no.
Right. Would have been an actual child.
Yeah.
So you do believe him when he says this, which actually maybe makes the books a little bit more valuable because now they're a little bit more coveted.
Yeah.
And you still have those 3 books in your bag. Like, you
Cool,
didn't notice
thank
that at all.
Good.
Hopefully we don't need those for enchantments or anything.
Now,
Fuck
if
that.
there is, I guess the best way to do this is to simply ask you all, what would you all need from me? What would you need for the coming storm, as it was?
Can I check to see if I recognize the things that Bliss and I saw?
The dogs or the ghast?
Like the hellhounds, I assume, and the armor.
I will let you. Actually, yeah, you both can roll. I'll let you guys choose between Arcana or History, either or. Given your background as tieflings.
Perfect.
Okay. Luna, those were just really big, kind of metal as fuck looking dogs.
I can appreciate that.
Candor, you're a little bit more knowledgeable about your tiefling heritage because you were kind of also a little interested in your dragon heritage. Those are hellhounds, like legitimate hellhounds. And you understand that they are not to be trifled with / what's the word I'm looking for? Underestimated.
And the suit of armor?
The armor, you have no idea.
Okay.
So, question before we start getting into the semantics of all of this. Why exactly were the animals that Path had, our friend here, he had 2 dogs. Any reason why those dogs would have turned not alive, then alive again?
Well, I think you'd have to ask your passed out friend, but hell does things to people, and hell does things to animals as well. It's not okay to be down here. The fact that this room even is able to exist is quite something I can be very proud of, but also concerning. Leaving this place, the longer you're out, the more things just start to go inside your head. Metaphorically. And I actually mean metaphorically. What? No, literally? Like, so he starts pondering that again. The point is, those dogs, they just succumb to the madness of this realm.
So, and I'll look towards Candor specifically and go, so it might not be safe to have those out then.
Are you seeing
your animal?
Oh, okay. I thought you were just being racist for a second there.
How dare you tell me to put my horns away? Yes.
Guns out, horns out.
I mean, take it however you want, whatever.
It's just, I look at my raven on my shoulder, and I'm just like, the raven will be fine, regardless of what happens. But then I look at Tempest, and I'm just like, we'll keep a close eye on you, and I'm gonna pet her.
After you pet her, the cat just kind of gives like a bored, like, you don't.
Wow. Cats.
Well, what are you gonna do?
After thinking about it for a while, Bliss like randomly blurts out, "Can you make my wings full size?" And she like wiggles her tiny itty bitty little wings.
I love it.
I could potentially do that, but I would need could you one of you go through some of the less destroyed and disorganized things in my chests? I might have something for that. Temporarily, mind you, not something that would be constant.
Bliss dashes for the nearest chest and starts looking for whatever it is he needs.
Okay.
She just like she keeps like grabbing things out of the chest and going, "Is this it? Is this it?"
She eventually as you're going through stuff, he stops saying things to you, and Pagif just looks at you, Candor, and just goes, "Is she always like this?"
I just nod. I'm like, yeah. Her interests are the most important to her.
Fair enough. I can respect that. No, it seems that none of that is going to be going to be what we need to extend your wings. Though I can promise, if as one of the other conditions of saving my life as well as all of yours, I could look into something.
Okay.
Super disappointed. Yeah, just.
It's the equivalent of, "Oh, honey, I'm sorry, we have to go to the grocery store." It's like, okay.
Fine.
Well, has Vortona stand up and turn to him like, "Can you heal my wounds at least?"
Now, that is rather easy to do. This entire room is actually made specifically to give your regenerative properties as a mortal being a major boost. One night's equivalent stay here would just heal all of you right up.
That sounds nice. We should stay here the night.
How do you tell it's night?
You don't. You just sort of sleep until your body says, "Okay, go ahead and wake up and take a piss."
How long have you been here?
He just kind of pauses and like kind of looks starry-eyed. I don't know. Not starry-eyed, glassy-eyed.
Where's the bathroom? Is it outside? Do you have to leave the room to go to the bathroom?
Well, I know there are women present, but am I allowed to be a little frank?
Yes.
I've been using the corpses.
I'm so what?
What?
What else are you, like, the corpses, they're dead. What else? They already smell. Is that a problem? Am I weird?
Jesus!
That Candor's just like busted out laughing, just, oh my god.
Well, I don't. Well, Well, it shows what happens when I tell you all anything.
Yes, it's
a
weird.
good note. It's a good note to keep. Who's on corpses?
Poop on corpses.
Yep. Important. These are the important notes.
Yep. Reasons not to invite Pagif to a picnic. So do you guys stay for the equivalent of a full long rest?
I think that's an idea.
Sure.
Alright. Everyone gets their spells, their abilities, and their HP all back to normal.
Yay, I don't think I used any.
Yup.
No, between you and Luna, both of you just like fucking super strategized that ghast right out of existence. I was very
Yeah.
proud of you too.
We did the good.
Yeah.
It was fucking impressive.
We teamworked it to death.
That's one way to word it, yes.
Just picture the Wonder Pets with like fucking knives and axes. What's gonna work? Teamwork.
After our long rest, I'm going to talk to Pagif. Or during the long rest, hell, I don't care.
Yeah, because you guys are in a locked space, none of you have to actually keep watch per se, so you're totally safe to speak.
Would you, Pagif, happen to have any spells that I could transcribe as rituals, possibly? Or any spell books that I could borrow until I can transcribe them?
I don't usually keep too many spell scrolls on my own, but if you're simply just trying to copy spells, I could... A lot of it comes down to we need the material components again. It's rather difficult. Is there anything you're personally wanting?
That's a lot to look through for ritual spells. You know, let me tell you. Come back to me. I'll just go look up some spells.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because like a lot of like my way of doing things is player suggests something and then I say yes or no. So find a handful and I'll tell you out of that handful what he'd most likely have. Is anybody else wanting to do anything?
Bliss gets bored and starts carving drawings into the wall with a knife.
Okay.
I'll check on Path to make sure he's not, like, dead.
Alright, make a medicine check. Still have the blood / hit die from Path. I don't remember you taking blood from Path.
I took it with the...
Oh, that's right, like to check for infection and such.
Yes. You said
Yeah,
medicine?
you'd still have that.
Did not do a great medicine check.
He's fine.
Okay.
God.
Everything is okay.
She's napping.
A demonic version of Cat Pug. Everything is okay.
I'll go into the corner and pray to Bahamut for guidance.
Okay, I like that.
I will stay the fuck away from that.
Yeah, I'm getting away from the brain guy.
You're trying to pray the dead away, and everyone else is like, ugh.
I'm not trying to pray the dead away, I'm just trying to pray for guidance.
Close enough.
Okay. Give me 1 second
I
to
don't hear any
check
praying.
something. What are you? So you're asking for guidance, just on what to do next, what specifically you want.
Yeah, it's just like,
I mean, Bahamut's a god, not a mind reader.
yeah. Like, go in the corner and pray silently to Bahamut. Oh, Bahamut, please guide me in getting out of this hellhole. Quite literally. And help
Save me, please
guide
save me,
these-
please save me.
More or less. Help guide these lesser beings to safety.
Lesser beings.
Oh, the racism! officially Dungeons and Dragons.
I am a high elf. Thank you very much.
How about weaker beings? Does that help?
I love that.
Oh my god.
Alright, so let me get this straight. Both Vorton and Grandolph serve Bahamut, or pray to Bahamut. That's what I'm getting confused. I'm a high elf. I was like, wait, what? I thought Vorton was the one who prayed to Bahamut. Are you only saying Bahamut because it's the only god you've heard?
I am Vorton, though.
This confused me!
That was. You know what's Randolph that said that?
The worst part is their voices aren't, like, exactly similar. So I'm not sure why you're having such an issue.
I don't know either! They sound similar to me! That's what was so fucking confusing!
That's racist.
I'm white! I can't be racist against my own kind! It's not my fault the two of you sound like a combination of fucking Michael Cera and the not Michael Cera who played fucking,
Jesse Eisenberg?
Scott Pilgrim. Yes, it's not my fault between the two of you. I can't tell the difference between Scott Cera and Jesse Eisenberg.
Michael Cera and Jesse Eisenberg. You're hurting yourself, man. Just calm down.
I'm always hurting. My secret is I'm always in pain.
Just take the fetal position, and you'll be fine.
Alright. I want you to go ahead and make a religion check for me, Vorton.
Okay.
Pray that your DM stops mixing you up with Grandolph the Brave and asshole-ish.
I'm brave now. It's sweet.
I just keep giving you titles.
I give myself titles too, it's fine.
Oh, good. Okay. Now we both feel valid. Vorton, you don't feel anything. You do, and this is something that is a little odd because as a paladin, you're usually able to see like even the smallest like pebble as a sign of Bahamut, but here you don't feel anything.
I tap my little holy symbol on my chest. Goes this thing on?
It's amazing.
It kind of lights up and then like flickers on and off like a fucking neon sign.
Huh. Weird.
You're shit out of luck.
Apparently.
Alright, anybody else want to do anything?
I sent you a list of ritual spells.
Alright, let me see.
And also, I'm just going to try to talk to the Raven Queen as my patron.
Okay. That, I'm gonna say, is going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw. All of those spells are actually... I'm gonna say you can pick between Unseen Servant and Comprehend Languages.
Damn, I was really hoping for Identify, but okay. The
Yeah.
wisdom save was terrible. Okay, well...
Yep. Unfortunately, you're also not able to reach the Raven Queen for guidance on this matter.
That's okay. I don't know if I have enough to actually transcribe a spell.
You might not. I didn't give you guys a lot when you started your adventure.
No. I don't have 50 gold pieces. But if it's a spell scroll and he's okay with it, I'll just take it.
He does not have any spell scrolls. He mentioned that he didn't have any scrolls. He just has like the potential to give you spells of your choosing.
Oh, well, it was appreciated, but just looking at my coin purse, I feel like someone's been robbing me blind in my sleep, and I'm just gonna look at Bliss.
Bliss is trying not to look at Candor.
Ha! Ha! Yeah, that's what I thought. And I'm just gonna yell out 70-30.
No!
All right, you guys managed to get a good night's sleep. All of your HP, your spells, and your abilities are back in action. You're all ready to go. As you guys look at your current patron, Pagif in the painting is kind of starting to really get blurry in the painting. Like, he dropped from 1080p to 360.
He's fine.
I tapped the
and-
painting. Are you alright?
I bet. But, fine. Ow.
Guys, I think his internet's cutting out.
They must have bad reception in hell.
But, harder. He's just like flailing his arms, screaming about his internet provider. Cough, cough.
Do you have anything that would help us against any kind of fiendish creature?
The blurry version of the picture kind of ponders. And you think snaps his fingers, otherwise he's just moving a very large, blobby hand. And he tries to motion you towards the chest again.
Okay.
Before you... And one thing you do is he's kind of making a motion with his hand repeatedly. I want you to roll an insight check, anyone who wants to.
Okay.
You know, that's terrible.
Oh!
Sola, out here rocking it.
Grandolph, it comes to you rather quickly, but just before you can speak, Sola, you just kind of blurt it out. He is trying to tell you to use the key on the chest.
Ah. I will use the key on the chest.
You turn the key, and instead of the chest opening immediately, if you try to pull it, there's like a quick flash in it, and the chest slowly opens up, and there is a whole different cavalcade of materials inside.
I'm going to immediately dash over there and start rummaging through things.
I'm right there. Are you going to try to push me out the way?
I'm small.
You're not small, you're medium, you just happen to be short.
I can twist around your body, it's all good.
She can turn into liquid like a cat.
Okay, sure.
You basically find a handful of different components. A lot of this stuff is just pouches, powders that you guys just don't really... Well, Sola might. Kandor, you don't recognize any of this crap, but between Grandolph and Sola, you guys could understand that these are like material components to do some kind of fairly big spell.
Like, yes.
Like
growing my
interdimensional
wings.
spell shit?
More like a protection spell.
Would I know what protection spell?
It's hard to actually get. It's, both of you roll an Arcana check. Okay. Between the two of you, very easily, it's basically supposed to be like the shield spell where it adds.
You mean the spell I have?
Yes. Where it's like a variant of a shield spell, but it's a lot more intricate and a little different.
Interesting.
You do get the idea that this is some legit stuff. So actually, I'll also say that the blurry wizard Pagif is also sort of like motioning towards one of the books on the table, and I'll say, for the sake of brevity, if one or two of you want to work together to make this spell, one person rolls Arcana with advantage if someone is helping.
Okay.
Sure, I have a +5 to Arcana.
Like, I only have a +3, so I can assist? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you can assist and thus give him advantage, so he can roll with advantage.
Okay,
I
I
will
will
do that.
I will do that, yeah.
Okay. Make your Arcana check. Very nice. With it, you're able to sort of like let these green and blue fumes permeate from the bottles and the different beakers that you're using to sort of like cook this spell. And as everybody breathes in, they kind of feel fuzzy, like their body's like constantly vibrating. But it's very gently, and it's sort of like it's less like I can't stop shaking, and more just like, oh, that's weird. Ugh.
So, like, normal for Bliss then, right?
Yeah.
Bliss is actually like, while everyone else feels like they're shaking, you all can verbally see Bliss kind of like is standing in place, but she's also kind of like slightly doing double team from Pokemon.
I love
Like
how
when
we
you
can
give the
verbally see
squirrel
this.
caffeine.
Verbally see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the heads. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, am I able to like take note of the spell I just created?
Yes, but you're going to need to give your DM time to figure out what was in the spell.
Okay.
Alright, what is
Because for some reason I actually wrote this down. For some reason I had the spell ideas I wanted to give you guys as a boost for this fight, and I never thought to think of what actually goes into the spell. I don't know what I was thinking.
Amazing.
A+. You did it.
I know, I'm the best. But I will give you the components and everything for that spell next time, and actually be better prepared. But yeah, what you're able to figure out, Grandolph, is that this is basically a spell that makes it to where people can't hit you as easily. Everyone who attacks you from now on with physical attacks will have to take a disadvantage.
It
Damn.
sounds like we're dodging.
Cool.
It also sounds kind of like mirror image almost.
It pretty much is mirror image, except instead of actually having like multiple copies of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put the notes hyper dodge, but I kind of want you guys to like name it whatever you want.
Dodge.
Hyper dodge.
Sounds pretty awesome.
I don't know, I still like double team.
That just is not good.
What about double dodge?
Double dodge.
Oh lord.
You've learned the spell. You've learned how to cast the spell double dodge.
Oh my god.
So, if I cast mirror image with this, do I get 3 people that are like vigorously shaking?
My house rule is that if you cast once, double dodge is technically going to be a concentration spell.
7.
So yeah, you're not going to be able to do both.
Okay.
I suppose that we should explore some more before he gets worse.
That idea.
Yep, I agree.
All right. You guys kind of know what all is around this board from here on out. Do as you please, going through the place. Just tell me where you're going and what you're looking for before you go and fight the biggest bad.
Yeah. And what is this, like, is this an open hall?
Yeah, almost all of these doors are just sort of like hallway, hallway, hallway.
I meant like this spot right here. Is that a doorway that's open, or?
Yep, an open doorway.
Okay, just making sure.
Are the ones with squares and closed doors?
Yes.
Okay.
So, where exactly is this guy, as you guys seem to understand where he's located?
We don't understand where he's located.
Who?
Yeah, they've never shared in-game where this person is. As far as anyone knows, they don't know where this guy is, which is why you have to explore.
Yeah.
Air quote, explore. It really comes down to if Candor and Bliss want to fuck with you guys or bring you over to the boss fight.
Didn't they say something about having the key, though, already?
No, we said is it the key I found? And it's the key to the room that we were in. I didn't say anything about having a different key. And you know I have that key, because I locked the door with it.
Okay.
And unlock the chest with it.
Yeah. The chest that you almost pushed me out of the way for, you know?
I wouldn't be so rude as to do that.
I don't know.
What was that
We know
noise?
you would, Bliss.
So I would like to take a quick moment to look around the room for any books in Draconic and see if there's any that seem to stick out to me.
What
Most
room?
of the
The room that you're in?
spells, most of the books that you would be in looking at are mostly just historical books and spell books. Nothing like that would really be too beneficial to you, I don't think.
Okay. I shall leave with the group.
Okay. The question comes down to what are Candor and Bliss gonna do? Are you guys gonna take them there or let them fuck around a bit?
Yeah, we'll just toddle along for a while.
Okay, I'm gonna check out this hallway.
I'm opening this door.
Okay. You open both doors, and this hall, I believe, was already gone through by Bliss and Candor. No, you guys went with this one. Yeah, so this is just an open door, an open hallway. It actually has no major corpses or blood in it. It's just a creepy looking hall. Just with lots of same old well-lit torches and chains.
More looking here.
Okay. About the same, only there's a lot more going on in this room. A lot more blood, a lot more of the corpses. I'll be honest with you guys, to save for brevity, are you guys going to keep checking every room?
Probably.
Yep.
It's just nothing but empty halls and corpses.
Cool,
There's
beans.
nothing else. There's nothing else in these areas.
Then we start going this way, the only place we haven't been yet.
I was kind of wanting to see if like Luna and Bree would like fucking play it. It's like, oh man, where could it be?
Hey, that's exactly what's happening. We're just like, oh, I guess we haven't found it yet.
There's
Yeah.
nothing on any of the corpses that we passed, right?
I'll see if you guys roll investigation checks. We'll see if you can find anything fun.
Once we get into
Oops.
the room, I want to check the body of what I assume is Paget again. So I'll roll investigation. That's the only one I'm checking. Where's my investigation? There it is. Yep. Delightful.
Okay. I'm gonna say that anyone who got under a 15, you find about 5 silver between all the different corpses you're looting, like 5 silver each.
Okay.
And anyone who got above a 15, you're able to find different like letters from these people's homes. Some of them were soldiers, some of those were hunters. One letter in particular might interest Vorton or Grandolph. I'm gonna roll to see who might have gotten it. You know what? I want to say Vorton.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Vorton gets this one.
Gervorton?
Vorton. Listen, I mix them up all the time. They might as well just do the fusion dance to make my life easier.
Fusion. Ha.
Ah!
Oh god, he's
We
in
are
me.
neither Grandolph or Vorton. We are Gavorton.
Go for God.
Vorton, there specifically is one letter that was actually partially opened, and it simply says, if you're reading this, they're watching.
I stare at it for a moment and look at the group, and then back at the letter, and back at the group. Go. I've been told they're watching.
I feel the need to inform you. I love it.
Bliss
I
just
love it.
stares at him for a minute, and then looks at Candor and goes, "He's nuts."
I just put a hand on his shoulder. I'm just like, oh, cool, great, have fun with that, buddy.
I'll keep the ledger for now.
Okay. 'Cause, 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 You guys, after finding all that stuff, are now at the final door to the keep. What all are you going to do?
Can I look in it?
Are you going to try and be stealthy, or are you just going to look through the hole?
Is there a hole?
There's a hole
There's
in the
a
door, like a
keyhole.
little keyhole.
Oh. Yeah, I'll just look through the little keyhole.
Alright, if you're looking through the hole, you see what everyone else saw. 2 hellhounds, which is a paladin you've definitely heard stories of. Vorta, make a religion check for me.
Yep.
You look at the being in the on the skull throne, and it basically, you kind of think it's like an animated armor, but it looks way too intricate and is really giving off some energies that don't imply
Bad juju.
a simple animated armor. But that's the most you can make out of it.
Okay. Well,
Do we have a plan?
I mean, I could possibly use suggestion, though I doubt anything here would work on.
What all do you do? Like, in general, not just you particularly, but everybody.
What do you even do?
I know! I just picture Sola putting her hands together, breathing, and it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like,
Just look-
how do you function?
Looks at my spellbook. I wasn't made for combat. Bliss is the one that does the sneaking and the hiding. I'm the lookout. I'm the one who sells the shit.
Bliss just sticks her tongue out at Candor.
Hey,
Yeah, through the wall.
What? Yes.
Yeah, actually, it's like those one
She
things
licks
that
the
like
wall.
those like science museums where like you press your face into the beads and your face shows up on the other side. You just see that.
I do that to the wall. No.
Uh,
I just stick my tongue out, generally aimed at him, whether he knows or not.
okay.
Charming.
I know.
And yeah, so you guys kind of went over that Bliss is the stabber, Candor's the one who looks out for the cops.
Yep. I'm also the what is it? The fence. I'm the fence. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Are you bringing the cat in as a distraction, or...
How could you? I'm just gonna
dare you.
I'm gonna grab Tempest and just start petting her. I'm like, don't come near my cat.
Well, I have a feeling it's probably not a good idea to bring it into a fight.
Oh.
It's just growling at you.
How could you be so rude?
Quite easily.
Obviously. It was a rhetorical question. I didn't expect you to answer.
Oh, well, you shouldn't have asked it then.
Oh
Do
my
you not understand the
Oh my
meaning of the
God.
word rhetorical?
No.
She's Drax.
I was gonna say like I'm getting like huge like Sander sides logic from this, and I love it.
While they're arguing, I'm going to take some rope out of my bag, and I'm going to do a snare on the door.
Okay, can you click that spell for me? All right.
Cool.
When you finish casting, it disappears and the circle becomes a magic trap. The trap is nearly invisible. DC. Okay. Okay, yeah, alright, yeah. You cast the spell, and you kind of see the rope sort of like coil up like a snake, reach up to the top, and then just sort of like unravel and just disappear out of sight. But you know it's there.
Cool.
Which door did you cast it in?
The one into the doggy room.
Okay.
But how do we get through the door now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, since you guys know the spell is there, or at least Vorton does, you can easily kind of maneuver around it, like take big boy steps.
Okay.
Well, that's not very fair. My steps are small.
You
And you're
can
on a
fly!
True.
Everything in perfect balance. You're short, but you can fly.
Okay, so are we gonna go into combat, guys? Are we gonna go fight these things in this room?
We still don't have a plan. Hitting things with a stick is not a plan.
Hitting things with a blessed
The trap
sword
is the
though.
plan.
The trap is the plan.
And then I push the door open.
As she's saying this, I'm like, you realize a dog, and then she opens the door, and I just stop talking. I'm like, okay. Door has been open.
I thought she was just explaining what she's doing.
No, she straight
I
up
opened the door.
opened the door.
Do you kick it in like Cusco, like, boom, baby?
No, I just like casually push it open.
I'm like, oh my god. And I cast Blades on.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Shillelagh.
Shalili.
I'm gonna.
Shillelagh.
Well, when everyone's casting, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
I mean, you already have the spell on you. If you
Bliss
cast
is gonna
another
drop
one.
into a sneak.
Alright. I'm gonna say Bliss, you're fairly small. I'll say that if you were the last one to enter the room, you can stay hidden. Everyone else can file into the room as they please.
Are we filing into the room? I was hoping the dogs would run into our room.
Yeah.
As you open the door, the dogs aren't moving. They kind of stand up and kind of look at you, growling, but they aren't moving.
Well, that's disappointing.
Well, then I will step into the room.
I am. Can I?
Yes.
Can I yell from the other room? Can you let us go, please?
Yeah, you can. All right, here's the thing. House rule: I will never say you can't do something unless it's actually impossible. You just have to risk it.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm behind a wall.
The being sort of like, he's kind of like leaning on his hand, which his shoulder rested on the handle of the skull throne as he kind of hands up. If one of you or all of you can best me in combat, then you can leave on your own merits.
Bliss just sighs and shouts from the other room, "Lame!"
Say one of you or all of you?
Yep.
Yes.
Let's just all gang bang this guy.
No.
Oh,
No.
that's a different campaign.
Sorry.
All right, are you guys want to just all at once go fighting?
Yep.
All right. Gonna reset the turn order. Click your character icons and roll for initiative. I will get the battle music up again.
Tempest is just gonna be chilling in this room next to the ceiling.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be bothered with any of this.
No, she's a cat. She's a good girl.
Oh. You have to click your token, then click initiative?
Yeah, but if you didn't, that's fine.
Oh, well, I'm kidding regardless, so...
Well, I'm probably going to go with the basic one you rolled, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright. Everyone on the board, I'm now going to add the monsters.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've had a really high initiative.
This is just
Everyone else
unfortunate.
has garbage initiative. It really is. I'm not the person to do this.
All right, and I'm gonna roll through these guys. Whoa! That's not good for you all.
I mean, it never is.
All right, come on, you. Let me change you. There it is. And now add
Oh, gross.
the doggos. Oh goddamn! Really? Really, game? Okay. Okay.
We're gonna die.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I see.
I mean, already in hell, so how much worse can it get?
You know, true.
Don't tempt me.
You can re-roll a character, and I'm like, I like my character.
All right. We're going to go ahead and start this up. The Hellhounds are going to begin. and-
Jacker.
Yeah. Oh, let's do this. Yep. The first hound is actually going to run up, and he's going to try and take a bite out of Justice. He is going to have, as I promised, disadvantage, however, if he tries to bite you.
He has a
That is
disadvantage.
a 11 and a 17. So 11 is what he would get to use, is 11 hits.
God, no.
He does not hit. He
Cast
tries to leap at you, and he just catches nothing but armor and shield.
Good for him.
Good for him. Alright, next is going to be the other Hellhound. Now, this is where the Hellhounds get rather dangerous. Not just specifically flanking. As long as, let me see here. Yeah, has advantage on attack rolls against a creature if at least one of the Hellhounds is within 5 feet of the creature. So they're not technically flanking you, they're just going through pack tactics.
Yep, pack
So-
tactics.
Yep. Now, what happens now with this is that since you guys have an enchantment around you that keeps things from hitting you without disadvantage, this just basically makes it to where they roll normal.
Okay.
No advantage, no disadvantage. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay.
So that is going to be...
We're all gonna die now.
Well,
Go. Alright, so you're going to take 1d8 piercing damage. I have to find all of my dice. Find the right dice, rather. And then 2d6 fire damage. So that is going to be 13.
13?
Yep. As it bites and manages to kind of catch your arm, you feel the heat of the hellfire burning through the fangs. You tear away before it digs too much deeper into your flesh, and that is the Hellhound's turn. The being on the throne is still just going to sit there, watching. It is now your turn, Candor.
I'm going to step, see Doggles, and fire at the one that I have a clear shot of. And it is going to be a Ray of Frost. Why do you keep doing this to me? I clicked the button and it's not the right spell. I'm not gonna press to digitate it, I promise.
You're gonna make it smell nice. Ray of Frost hits!
Now I need to update that, and it has like 10 feet less of movement.
Okay. And which one were you hitting again?
Yeah, this one.
Alright, so it takes 4 damage and now has half movement.
It's just like 10 feet less.
Alright, that's still gonna be pretty nice. Alright, is there anything else you want to do, Candor?
Nope.
Alright, Bliss, it is your turn.
Huh.
You are still technically hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Do it. Just attack.
Ugh. Okay. I don't have any ranged weapons.
What? You don't have a longbow, short bow, a dagger. You can throw daggers.
I guess I could throw a dagger.
You can throw daggers.
Okay. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna throw a dagger at this one. If I can I see that one?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
From that area, you can.
Do I just click dagger?
You just click the dagger to see if you can hit it, because it's already dexterity. It does not, unfortunately, hit.
Well, if you're hidden, you get advantage.
Oh, that's right, because you're still stealth, and because he's focused on someone else. So roll again. Natural 20! Very nice, and that is within your 20 feet range, so you have absolutely no problems hitting this guy. So go ahead and just click on your dagger again on the chat there. Okay, so you do 8 damage.
Sneak
And
attack.
now, yep, roll that sneak attack.
Which is also, you get to roll it again because it's a nat 20.
Oh. Cool.
Are you?
So 16. Yeah, I've always heard that you roll sneak attack twice per trip.
We've always done it to where sneak attack does not get crit because it's like technically something separate from damage. In my house games we've never. Yeah, I'm gonna say that you can't roll sneak attack on the critical as well, or else that shit gets crazy.
Okay.
Especially when like you get like 6d6 later. Ugh. All the same, you still do sizable damage. You throw the dagger and actually, once again, hit this sucker in the eye, making the Hellhound just kind of go... It like shakes its head in anger.
Cool beans. I'm out of daggers.
Gandalf! Is that what you wanted to do? Anything else, Bliss?
No, that's it.
Alright. Gandalf, the soon-to-be dead again. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to move 5. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna shocking grasp that one.
Alright, 18 hits.
Eh.
Okay.
What are the chances it's wearing armor?
It's not wearing armor, I assure you.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, you're right. It says it right in there in the book. Thank you, Bree. Alright, yeah, so we'll count that 5.
Yeah, I was just looking it up because I was like, I'm not sure because 5e has weird rules, so.
I appreciate both the way you delivered it and the fact you looked it up because, yeah, I've always run it differently. So, yeah, that extra 5 for the sneak attack counts.
Also, that dog can't take reactions till his next turn. I don't think that'll matter.
Well,
No, it might. That would mean that someone can move in and out of its attack range and not get snapped at.
Solid.
like you can get away, so it can't hurt you.
Like, you could move right now and nothing would happen to you.
How much movement do I get? 30?
You have 30 feet, yeah, and you only moved 5.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep, and now it just kind of stays there, shaking its body, kind of paralyzed by the electricity.
Where's my
Is that the only thing you're gonna do?
Yes.
Vorton, it is now your turn.
In Vorton we trust.
I'm going to strike. How do I do the pingy thing?
Click and hold.
Click on, yeah.
That one.
Everyone does it.
Strike that
Doesn't
one.
actually help him, but you
There.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
And I hit it with my longsword.
Do it. 23 hits. You take a swipe at the Hellhound and get a pretty good cut into him. He is still pretty healthy, though. Is that all you're gonna do?
I will. Can I take a step back? How far can I move after?
If you take a step back, he will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, never mind then.
You have to stay within 5 feet of him once you enter the attack range.
Okay. I will not move then. I will stay. That's it.
Alright. Sola, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna take a 5-foot step so I'm a little bit closer to the door. I can't really do anything from the angle that I'm at.
You can share space or go through.
Yeah, you can share a space as long as you don't end your turn on that space.
You like crawl through my legs like the child you are.
I'm gonna pop, like, right beside Bliss, and I'm going to yell through the door. Are you so weak that you let your animals do the fighting for you? And then I'm just gonna pop back.
Oh god!
Alright,
Looks at her with like, are you fucking serious?
roll a performance check, I think, for that one. Oh yeah. This definitely gets this definitely gets his attention as like he hears it, there's a pause, and then like you see like a spout of flames kind of like just burst from like the face mask.
Marty just group wiped us.
Wow. Wow.
There's a trap in the door though.
There is, I think that's what maybe she's trying to look for. Or she's just trying to kill everyone, who knows?
Well, we don't
find
know.
out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, both the Hellhounds are going to continue to try and bite on Volton, or Vorton. I know names, shut up. That is a 17 to hit, and the other one... Oh, that's a natural one, uh-oh!
So no, the 17 does not hit, and
that is a 45, so no attacks of opportunity, unfortunately.
oh,
Yeah, it basically just missed as the equivalent of it. So that is their turn. This guy is going to start marching forward, though. And he's going to kind of look, like, kind of motion to the doorway and say, I will... Oh, hold on a minute. I will show you what I am capable of. And he's going to attack.
Oh no. Marty.
Technically, he does not have pack tactics, and no one is flanking, so he's still gonna have disadvantage. Oh my god. That was a nat 20 on the second roll, so the first roll was a 15.
nope.
Ooh, that would have ended much worse. And his second attack is a 24.
Yep.
Because he got a 19 on the first one and 18 on the second one.
Gosh.
Yep, so he is going to do 1d8 of slashing and 1d10... Oh no, it's either or. He's going to do 1d10 of slashing damage. Because he mad. And that is 6 damage. As he brings down a very large great sword onto you. It does not slice you in twain, but it does kind of like get dug into your shoulder.
Yep.
Do you not have DR or anything? Zach?
What?
Is DR a thing?
Is DR a thing?
Not
What is DR?
Dungeons and Dragons, no. It's
No,
just AC.
Sadness.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
It's just AC.
Well, I do
Sadness.
I have resistance, but only to thunder.
Oh, damage reduction. Yeah, damage reduction is a thing, but you actually have to like have spells or armors or stuff to do it.
Or be a barbarian.
Or be a barbarian, yes, actually. They're just so angry that your sword does not pierce their bicep.
Yep.
And that is the end of his turn. We are back with Kandor.
Can I see the big guy from here, or can I only see like that one dog?
I'm gonna say, since I told Bliss that they could see the Hellhound, I'm going to allow... Well, nope, you're further back. You can only see the one Hellhound unless you kind of step into Bliss's square momentarily.
Yeah, I'll step into her square momentarily, look at the big guy, and grab a spell. Which one do I want to cast?
Everyone just
Really?
stepping into my space.
You know, you're in the doorway. What did you expect?
Ever get the feeling you're in the way?
No, like never.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
See, I'm just here because he needs to get through your body first before he can get to me.
Eldritch Blast hits!
Amazing. It's just like a slight slight slap on the cheek.
It just... Eh.
I just scoot back because I'm like,
Maybe not, Satan.
maybe not. And that will be my turn.
Alright, Bliss, it is once again your turn.
So, would hideous laughter work on the armor dude?
I don't know. Maybe you should find out.
I'm gonna cast hideous laughter on the armor dude.
I click the spell for me. Let's see. Wisdom saving throw, or fall prone, become incapacitated. Alright, what is the spell DC that they have to beat?
That's
You
a
can-
good question.
Yes, you
It
can
should be
figure
on
that
the
out.
sheet.
Yeah, by going to your spells tab of your sheet.
13.
It should say spell save
13,
DC.
yeah.
Alright. He actually has advantage on things like this.
Sadness.
Mm.
And that is a 17, so he does not get affected by it.
Maybe you
But
should move and hide.
I move and hide.
but with that move, Bliss, you are aware now that he is resistant to spells.
Lame. Just lame.
Grandolph, the wise, the soon to be the late great. It's your turn.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna give you one title of compliment and one awful title. That's gonna be the joke from now on.
Okay. I'm going to firebolt that one.
He included it again. It wasn't showing up.
Sadness.
I mean,
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not.
Let's see here. Okay, 58. You do not. You just miss. Nothing else happens.
Okay.
You might have. Who knows? You might have blown yourself up.
I do that.
You try to cast Fireball, but as you aim a little too to the left because you're kind of like, oh god, there's so many. Fuck this. Vorton, it is now your turn. All right.
Okay. So, I'm going to attack Big Bad Dude.
All right.
But can I use Thunderous Smite with my attack?
Is that just like your normal smite?
I mean, he can also do. I think Divine Smite is the normal one. Thunderous is a
Oh, it's a
doesn't
different thing.
knock
Can
back.
you click that for me? First time you hit with a melee weapon attack during this spell's duration, your weapon rings with thunder. Yes, you can! You get to basically do an extra 2d6 damage if you hit.
Cool. So I'm gonna give him a good old smacky.
21 hits. So then you get to roll 2d6 on top of that.
Ooh!
And then
Oh, yeah!
and then he also has to do a DC 13.
strength saving.
Alright.
I don't think he's gonna have a lot of trouble with strength.
Which one are you attacking?
Also,
The big
it's
guy.
technically it's also a spell, so he does get resistance to that effect. So, maybe not. That was a 10. So not even with advantage, he fucked up.
So he gets
Oh my
pushed
God.
back 10 feet and he's knocked prone.
Yep. Now, the other thing is, it also is only going to take half damage from the smite, which is still pretty good!
I mean, yeah.
Which direction? So you, like, directly 10 feet back?
Yeah, he just gets knocked 10 feet.
Ah!
And he falls down.
And he's knocked prone, so.
After, like, your sword literally just seems to get electrified, and then boom, you swing it down, sending him back along with the normal damage. As he sort of just barely flinches, and he just gives a hearty chuckle. You're so desperately clinging to the power your false god gives you.
Ooh, he said false god. I'm fucking gonna murder this man.
He's so edgy.
You can't move though.
I mean, he can, but
Just get attacked.
I mean, yeah, but he could move if he wanted to.
I mean, technically, yeah, he could. Sola, now it's your turn again.
I have a question about meta magic. Do I have to tell you that I'm using it, like, before I cast a spell, or can I use it before I roll damage?
I would say it's really potato on that. If you're going to roll meta magic to boost damage before damage, if you're going to use meta magic to boost like your attempts to hit, you have to tell me before you hit.
Okay.
So what? Yeah. So if you're using meta magic to give yourself advantage on an attack before the attack, if you're boosting your damage before the damage, it's like kind of the rule I'll view on it.
Okay, but the way that that's set up in Roll20, the damage rolls automatically, right?
You can set it up to where it doesn't, like how I've been having everybody kind of roll, like have to click their icon,
Oh, right,
buttons.
and then you click the thing, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I think if you cast the spell, it won't automatically roll damage unless you set it up that way.
And you can always hover over it, and it'll show you what each dice rolled if it's more than one.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can see what it rolls.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to kind of pop my head over here and cast Chaos Bolt at the doggos.
All right, go ahead and click it.
Which doggo?
Potato
doggo.
or potato? All right, you're going for potato. Um, 14 does not hit.
Okay. And then I can back up afterwards, right?
Yes, you can.
I'm backing up.
Cause that my daddy taught me good. I'm backing the hell out of there.
Also, just as a question, which square did you put the spell on, Bliss?
The
I would
door.
have to. I would say it's on this square specifically, like as you're entering the room.
Yeah. So they have to come in after us.
So,
Speaking
like
of
this?
speaking of which, one of the Hellhounds is actually going to move. Well, they're not going to move there just yet, but they are within the doorway range now, properly flanking Vorton. As once again, Vorton, they are now going to attempt to attack you.
Rude.
And actually, one of them is going to try and bite at you and fail miserably. The other one is going to cast Fire Breath. You have to make a DC Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, lovely.
Cool! Nice.
Oh, come on! Why don't you all just die? The first attack misses as they try to bite into you, and as the Hellhound takes in a breath, you see it coming a mile away, and you have a shield, right?
Yes.
Very quickly, you just like kind of curl up in a ball, duck down, and the fire just dances over and around your shield, not even touching you. When the flames hit the other Hellhound, just nothing happens. It's just sort of like shaking it off. With that, it is once again the armored soldier's turn. He's going to kind of look around and see Grandolph and take a couple steps to you, buddy.
Oh.
Wait, can he move? Did you
I
get up?
thought the spell only made it to where... Let me double check here.
You get
He's
pushed 10
not
feet and
prone.
knocked prone.
but it takes half your speed to stand back
Yeah.
up. So he
Yes,
still
it-
has movement.
And it does not take him much movement to get to Grandolph.
Poor Grandolph.
Grandolph thankfully does have that enchantment to where both these attacks gotta roll with disadvantage, so here we go. Oh my god. That was a nat 20 on the other end, so I think you'll be happy with just a fucking... soft 20. I think you'll be happy with just that.
Yeah, it hits.
Alright, and that's going to be 1d8. He's going one-handed this time.
I cast shield as a reaction.
Alright, that gives you +5 to your AC?
Yeah.
What does your AC come out to be?
Oh, you said 20, didn't you?
Soft 20, yeah.
I got 20 now.
If it meets, it still hits. So I'm gonna say that you don't burn your spell slot for that, since
Okay.
like it wouldn't work.
Yep.
That's 10 damage. And here comes the second attack. Oh, come on. Oh, okay! Hold on! Okay, disadvantage, it was in that one!
Oh, please.
22! He fails spectacularly. You can make an action as a reaction.
I can make an action as a reaction.
Yep, because he failed spectacularly.
Spells don't work on him, huh?
Well, he's resistant to them. So
Oh,
they work
poke
on
him.
him, but they don't do the full
Of course, I
impact.
get 13. I poke him with my dagger.
Alright, I will say this. I will retract that briefly. You can also take the action to disengage to get out of there.
I don't get hit if I move away from him.
If you're disengaging, no.
Do I get like my full movement speed then?
Yes, you do. You can utilize the Joseph. I use this joke all the time, but I never get tired of it. Use the Joseph Joestar tactic of running away.
Okay. I'm gonna go here.
All right. Candor, it's once again your turn.
Decisions.
Oh, well, isn't it so?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like the dogs are resistant or super vulnerable to anything we've done so far.
The only thing that you've
Can
really
no
noticed
one
that they're
go here, please?
resistance.
Nobody go here.
The only thing you've seen them be fully like immune to is fire.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, the doggo closest to the door. I am going to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay. Nice. That hits.
Yeah. Some cold damage.
Yep. And it is very effective. You use type advantage. It's super effective.
Yeah. I mean, I used it once before. That's why I'm like, cold seems like a good idea.
Yes, it seems to be palpable.
And I'm just going to move forward a little
I'm
bit.
going to say Grandolph, unless your character actively says that as a free action, that is metagaming, and you cannot warn your friends to do that.
Nobody block the door.
Alright, now it just comes down to you guys if you listen to it or not.
Okay.
I will shoot at my teammate if I have to.
I will stab through you to get out of here.
I think that's all I can do.
Alright, the Ray of Frost hits the back end of the Hellhound, and the bottom half of this hound is just either frozen or stiff from the cold. Bliss, it is now your turn.
I am going to step here and throw the other dagger that I found in my bag whilst rummaging around.
Throw the dagger.
Go over there and start hitting them. But,
You know, you could be a coward. A
Yeah.
successful coward, 21!
and sneak attack because you have an
Yes.
ally. Yeah.
Very nice. With that throw of your dagger, Bliss, you sort of you kind of spin hop into place and throw the dagger. You're very in sync with yourself, and you basically shatter and break off the left leg of this hellhound from its frozen off limb.
Cool.
Does
it dead?
It does not the dead yet.
Sadness.
Grandolph, it is your turn. Oh, wise and blunderous.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna Misty Step to here,
Okay.
so it teleports me.
Within 30 feet, yep. You still have your action and free action.
I'm going to firebolt this doggo.
Fred,
Firebolt?
we just covered that fire doesn't hurt the dogs.
It's the only spell I have is fire.
I thought you had Shocking Grasp.
I'm not going out there to touch it. I have 3 life left.
I just literally see Candor and Bliss like poking. It's like, touch the butt.
Can't you 5-foot step, hit it, and then move out again?
No.
He'll take an attack of opportunity, but if he, I'll say this: if he kills it, he won't have to run away.
Wait, how can it take an attack of opportunity though if its rear leg is attached to the ground?
Because that's just narrative fluff, and it still has 3 other legs, and dogs can walk with 3 legs.
Is it gonna twist its leg off?
And also,
That's fucking weird.
if Shocking Grasp hits, you can get away without it taking a reaction.
It all comes down to the roll of a dice.
Just putting it out there.
Just
You
do it.
have advantage because technically, I mean, you're flanking.
Yeah.
I ain't no coward. I'm a coward.
Oh.
Hold on, advantage. Roll again.
Okay.
Was anyone else kind of hoping it would be in that one again?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be, honestly.
Might as well have been. Jesus.
That unfortunately does not hit. Now you either you have to make your movement away from there, or if you continue to stay there, I'm going to say that Bliss's trap activates on you.
Oh no. Ah.
I'm just gonna hide back here. You guys do your thing.
All right, well let's see if this thing can nom you. It's still attacking with disadvantage, and there's no pack tactics on it, so you might get out of here alive. Oh come on! Why don't you give me these nat 20s when I'm playing?
Hey, you got like 2 against me already, so.
All right, that is a 11 to hit.
No.
All right, it tries to kind of jump and snap at you and just falls over because its other foot's like still thawing. Vorton, it's your turn.
Okay, so to start, I'm gonna do Hunter, my last spell, Hunter's Mark.
All right.
So I will click it. Oops.
That's it. So how Hunter's Mark works is that like which one are you putting it on?
I'm gonna put it on. Let's go with this one for now. Of course, it doesn't want to work.
You have to set it to the actual.
There you go. All right, so Hunter's Marker's on that. Now, if you hit, you also get that additional 4 damage.
See, I thought it was gonna just bring it up as the spell.
Give the description. I'm actually very familiar with Hunter's Mark, so no worries.
Okay. So I'm gonna smack that one.
Gonna smack them cheeks. 18 hits.
Yeah.
All right. You take another quick swipe at the Hellhound. This time, some more arcane energy kind of flashes in the blade as you slice and cut fairly deep into the Hellhound. Sola, it is now your turn.
Okay. For a second, I have to read something. For Bliss's trap, is it like only one target gets hit with it, or what? What is it?
I believe
Yeah, I
so.
think it's just one.
Yeah, repeat the question again. Cut out on my end.
For Bliss's spell, is it just like one person that gets affected with it?
Yes, it's just the one person. Then everybody else can move freely.
Okay. I'm going to move up. And I'm gonna cast Lightning Lure on this one, this doggo.
Alright. Ooh, okay. I like where this is going.
That works.
DC. Oh, if this works. Oh, if this works. What is your DC?
13.
Oh, I got a 16.
Damn it!
Oh, it would have been so fucking cool if it worked. Is that all you can do?
I'm going to move back. And yep.
Alright. Alright, the Hellhounds are gonna take a bite out of justice again. That is a 22 and a... Oh, well this one's actually not that good. 16.
So the 22 hits, the 16 does not.
Alright, rolling the other dice. 3, 8, 10.
10 damage?
10 damage.
Okay.
I was about to say, are you using the Shield of Faith
Yep.
for your AC? You're supposed to be doing concentration checks for that every time you take damage.
I'm supposed to be on concentration checks.
I didn't even
That's okay.
remember. I don't even know if he would hit. I completely forgot that he even had casted it. I thought he was just using his basic ass shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Well,
I
even
just
with my
thought
base
about
one, it
that.
doesn't hit, so...
Okay, so from now on,
Yeah.
so Shield of Faith is like a reaction. So, oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah. You did cast it. I just
Concentration.
completely fucking.
Yeah, I did cast
Yeah.
it earlier.
Alright, well, we're just gonna say that after that damage, roll a Wisdom save.
It's Constitution, isn't it?
Oh, it's con save for the shield.
Yeah,
Thank you. Roll a Constitution save.
I was like, concentration is Constitution saves.
Ah, because they rhyme.
Yeah, probably. Sounds like 5e logic.
Yep. So make a Constitution saving throw. No, oh my god, I'm so stupid. You're right, because it's like you're trying to resist through the pain. That's how I've always, like, justified it to myself. Duh.
Yeah. It also rhymes, though, so,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Vorton, you click the con save.
Oh.
He would make it.
Yep.
Well, still boosts my AC up to 20, so...
Yep. I mean, it's still active, so you're fine.
For now.
Terrible.
I try.
Mhm.
Next up is Soldier Boy, who is not happy.
Oh.
His game consoles did not trick as many people as he had hoped. He is going to take 2 swings at you at disadvantage. Okay, 18 does not hit because you still have the spell up. That's a soft 20 on the second attack.
That hits, because I have a 20. so-
And, yep, and that's going to be a 1d8. That is 7 damage.
Oh.
And that knocks me to 0.
Yeah, you're down.
Yep, you are officially down. He picks up his claymore and just swings it down on you, hitting you pretty much just digging deep into your collar and shoulder. As he lifts it up, he just kicks your body over as you fall to the ground. You are not dead yet. Someone can revive you, or you can pass your saving throws. I will be completely honest with you guys, though. I am a vindictive DM. If no one does nothing to stop the Hellhounds, he's fucking dead.
Please tell me the armor guy is just gonna keep walking after that. No.
Oh, he's gonna keep walking, but the Hounds, they be Hounds.
Oh, I just meant like after his attack during his turn. I was hoping he would
I'm gonna say we're gonna have some fun for you guys. He's gonna start walking to like kind of like block the doorway because he does not want you all to save him. So he has to make a dex save.
I think so.
This might not end well for him.
Let me see.
That is a 9.
Ooh, that definitely fails.
Oh wait, it's a spell, so he technically gets advantage on the roll. Hold on. That is an 11.
That still is 13. Hers is 13, so
Yeah.
it's gonna... Snare!
So suddenly, this very large suit, as he steps and looks foreboding, he just gets sort of like grounded and goes, "Argh!" and is now 3 feet off the ground, meaning that you guys can move through that square as long as you don't like remain there.
Cool.
Now that Vorton is on the ground, can I go up here and make an attack at all 3 of them and miss Vorton?
You would still be hitting Vorton.
Damn it. Vorton, why did you have to do this? I'm kidding.
Why did you die in a better position?
If I go into the space that I'm in at the moment, will I get an attack of opportunity from the guy hanging upside down? It says he's restrained.
He's
so.
considered restrained, so no. But if you end your turn there, I would say that he could attack you on his turn.
Okay. That's okay. I have Shillelagh, and I'm gonna smack him. Like
It's weapon time! That does not. And like a pinata, you unfortunately missed the first swing.
Yeah, I mean
Madness.
it happens. Let me see if I can. I can still move through the square. Okay, I'm gonna move over here and just, I guess, prepare to distract the dogs.
Okay. Bliss, it is now your turn.
Fine. I'm going to move in here and whap this one with my short sword.
All right, give him a whap. 23 hits. And oh my god. You take a stab at him, and it's just sort of like barely hanging on to life as it's like bleeding out its own mouth, its own bloody lava, as it's just like trying to bite at you. At this point, you're just trying to put it out of its misery.
No, it can suffer.
I don't care about its happiness.
Oh, actually, wait, it's technically within 5 feet of Kandor, so you can roll sneak attack.
Awesome.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so you can still kill it. You can still, yeah, that kills it.
Jesus.
Thank God. See, this is why we make a good team.
I exist, you stab.
Yeah.
The Hellhound finally falls as you pretty much just brain it. Just take a thrust with your sword right into its skull. And you want to do anything else?
You might want to move away from the armor guy. I whisper,
Yeah,
or I say to her, like, that's not a good idea.
I'm gonna move here.
As he's just like flailing his sword like, "Roar!"
Yeah.
Grandolph, the brave yet cowardly, what is your turn?
I can literally do nothing in this fight 'cause if they resist fire, I only have fire spells.
Do you not have anything that...
Do you have a staff?
I have
Hit him with a
dagger
stick.
that I-
He's
that
a
I keep
pinata.
hitting.
Yes,
Got
just
2-1. Okay.
I kind of okay. So what you're telling me
Do
that
you have any
is,
buff spells?
as a wizard, the only thing you thought to take, which is fine, was fire spells.
I realized it after. Like, I have stuff to buff my attacks.
But if
But
your
I
attacks
don't
are
have
only
the right
fire
weapon.
spells.
I mean, you could
I mean,
use
he's
magic
a real
weapon.
flamer. Leave him alone.
You could
Wouldn't
totally...
magic weapon make my weapon classes magic damage, then it doesn't do as much to the guy hanging up.
No, he's resistant to spells. It's not with magic damage. Magic weapon adds a +1 to attack rolls and damage rolls, so you're more likely to hit and you'll do a little extra damage. But you'd still have to go hit him, so it's
magic resistance is other magical effects, so I would make an argument that, like, any benefits from, like, enchantments also would become resisted and
just as
lessened.
it becomes a magic weapon.
Yeah, magic, just plain ass, is harder to work on this guy.
well, you're screwed. Randolph's
Look.
just chilling.
It's like, I can't do shit, I'm a pyromancer, it's what I do.
Yeah.
Grandolph out!
Grandolph, damn.
Alright, Vorton, it's your
I am
turn.
bloodied and dying, okay?
Okay.
This is truth. Vorton, you need to click on your sheet where it says death saves.
Boop.
You fail the first death save.
Oh my god.
Oh, that if it had been a nat 1, it would have been 2 failures.
Yep.
Alright. Sola, it is now your turn. There's still the threat of Viva Pinata Soldier and his pet.
How far can I go in a turn without it being like
30 feet.
I can go 30 feet and then make an attack?
Yeah,
Yes, you can.
you can go 30 feet, you can go less and make an attack and then move again. But, yeah.
Movement, the best meta of the game.
Okay. Just 1 second here. Okay. I'm gonna go right here.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I'm just gonna Chaos Bolt him in the face.
Alright, point blank Chaos Ball, I like it. It's fucking ruthless.
Just... I'm glad I'm not the only one rolling shitty.
It would
feel-
ruthless in theory.
You feel the arcane energy course through your arm, and then
You fart.
just a little puff of smoke. Just doesn't work. Speaking of which, it is now the Hellhound's turn, and it just saw you try to attack it, so it's going to try and bite you.
Sadness.
That is a 15 to hit, even with disadvantage.
Yes, but I'm also immediately going to use my blood shield because I was targeted.
Alright.
How did I do this again?
It's a good question.
Should be able to just click the... There it is.
That wall of text.
Oh,
I
you
know.
clicked it.
I did.
10 plus your charisma saving modifier, and roll your hit points to see how much the shield actually has in hit points.
I just roll a hit die?
Yep, just roll a hit die. Oh, Maximo, that's the second time you've done that!
So it has 9 hit points, because it's also charisma mod. That's
Yes,
good.
it is. It's fucking, it's a tasty, bloody, gross shield. So it does hit the shield, because I think I said 15.
Yes.
It's going to roll its damage, which is going to be that 6 and that 8. Yeah! Okay. 4, 5, 10.
10?
10
Oh,
damage.
The blood shield's gone.
Just immediately bites right through your shield. Alright, it is now time for the soldier in flight. I'm running out of jokes. I'm gonna go ahead and roll to see if they can get out of this. With a 18,
Lame.
But I do believe the spell specifies that it has to use its action to get out of it.
Probably. I gotta
Can you click snare again?
It's at the end of each of its turns, so it would be the end of its turn.
Well, yeah, so that's pretty much the equivalent of it doesn't really get to do shit until the end of its turn, so now that it's just freed. Candor, it's your turn once again.
As much as I was going to help Vorton, seeing that guy freed, I don't feel very good about this. And I am going to beam, hang on, let me get the ruler, at him, and I'm gonna do my Dragon's Breath attack.
Okay, dexterity save. 15, so it takes half damage.
Yes, it's acid
Alright.
damage.
Okay, so it's gonna take 5 damage. That's good. You spit the acid towards the armor, and it does melt away at it as he kind of like wipes it away. Not like in fear, but more like just growling as he wipes it away.
And I am just gonna like skirt this dog so that I'm away from the big guy and not taking an opportunity attack.
Yep. Alright, Bliss, it's your turn. You just saw your friend puke on that armor.
Yeah.
Nice.
That must have been fun.
So I know we've covered this before.
That's
I
okay.
can't 5-foot step, hit it, and then 5-foot step back.
No.
You cannot, no, because disengage is not a bonus action for you. Or is it?
Oh, it might be for.
I think for Rogue it is.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah. It is.
Is it?
Yeah. So for a rogue, because you are a rogue, you can walk up, poke him in the butt, and then use your bonus action to disengage.
Yep.
Cool beans. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna step up here, and I'm gonna smack him with my sword.
All right, do it.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna hit him with my sword.
I don't. I fuck up over here because
Nope.
You try to swing your sword, and he just kind of like waves you off. Grandolph, the future fiery king of death.
do something.
What can I do?
Do some. Go get the painting. Hit him with the painting.
Is there like ways to heal myself?
If you had healing spells.
Sadness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. I can't do anything.
You can go take care of Tempest and keep him company.
But
I will say this, to make this a little bit more fun for you, Grandolph. Roll a perception check.
oh, now I got.
Oh my god, okay. Alright, no, this is good. You notice that there's a specific corpse in that room with you and Tempest that looks very familiar, and you realize it's the corpse of Pagif. And you think, maybe Pagif has something useful in his pockets.
I'm a loot him.
Which you will, and you will find a blue and a red bottle.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun.
Okay.
I've seen this one before. Take the red pill.
Alright, I grab the bottles.
Alright, now, if you're feeding yourself potions, you only have to use a bonus action. So you can drink one of them now and one of them on your next turn.
Am I able to check what they are?
That
before I
would
take one.
take your bonus action. So you wouldn't be able to drink either of them until your next turn.
Chug, 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 chug.
Shots.
Red,
Everybody!
Red usually signifies health, so I'm gonna drink the red one.
You suddenly become a dog. No, I'm kidding. You roll 2d4 plus your Constitution modifier.
It's Constitution.
Apparently you do, my G. Alright, you get 5 more health points.
It's a 6 because I have a +1 Constitution.
Okay, you get 6 more health points. And with that, Vartan, make another death saving throw for us, buddy!
Let's do this. Hey!
Not unless your first succeed!
Yay!
Yay, Bortan. In death, he knows more than me.
Are useless, pretty boy.
Sola, it's now your turn.
All you cowards hid behind the door. I went in to help him.
That's honestly, he ain't lying.
Well, there was a trap on the door.
Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping they'd run in to fight us. but-
Were you
I
kind
tried
of
to pull them.
were you hoping that I was dumb enough to have them all charge into one room when there were 2 easily hittable targets?
Maybe. Possibly.
I'm gonna
Sola.
try chaos bolting again.
All right. 21!
Okay, that hits, I'm guessing.
Yes, it does.
How did I clicked it? Did it not go?
What level are you casting it at? Level 1?
So what's the difference?
Level 2 would be more powerful.
Yeah,
Okay.
like if you can cast spells at level 2, they are generally more powerful, but you have to double check how many level 2 spell slots you have on your spell list.
Yeah.
I don't think you've been casting any
No,
level
you
2
cast-
spells.
2 chaos
Okay,
bolts.
so I will cast it at level 2 then.
Yeah, but I don't think she's been casting it at level 2, I think she's been just casting it at level
Yeah.
1.
Definitely. It didn't hit, so it wasn't really,
Good.
It hit.
What did you
It-
click? Did you click
21
it?
hit. Yeah, I clicked it for you.
Okay, so you got a
You click
6
like once it's up on the chat like that, you just click the word Chaos Bolt, and then it will roll your damage for you.
It asks for an input value, so that's what I was looking at. Am I allowed to click it, or what am I looking at for you?
Input. Yeah. Then you like click on the tab, and it says level 1, level 2. And I
Yeah,
clicked,
the issue is that it gave me like a ghosty thing instead of an actual input value. It's just a bar that says input value, and it actually doesn't have anything in it.
Oh, that's weird because the input value works on my end. We will look into that.
Can somebody roll
Okay,
for me? Because I
did do
legitimately.
this correctly. Yeah,
didn't do
I got the first one for you. So you got. God damn, is that correct?
So, yeah, it does an extra d6. The first, it does all of them for higher level.
Yeah. So god damn. Okay, so
It
let's.
can either be poison or fire. I hope
I would suggest poison.
I was gonna put a meta magic on it. Is that okay? I didn't roll yet.
Yeah,
rolled
you didn't.
for
You,
me.
didn't, you didn't get a chance to. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that because like circumstances were a little funky. What are you doing exactly?
I'm using an empowered spell.
Uh huh. Can you click that? There we go.
Yep.
I
have 2 stuck in there.
Yeah.
To re-roll a number of damage dice up to your charisma modifier. You can re-roll at 4 basically. So we'll have you let you re-roll a 1d6.
Well, you can re-roll the 2d8 too, can't you?
Ah, yeah, you can because that is pretty weak. So you can roll 2d8 and 1d4. How much? What is your charisma modifier?
3.
So that would actually you can do that. All 3, both d8s and the d6. So I'm gonna say you can either click on. Well, I'll click it for you because it's not gonna let you do it for some reason. There we go. 11 and 6.
So,
That is much better.
I think it would have to be lightning damage then. Because it changed what the d8s were. Well, it changed what one of them was.
Yeah, so I would definitely. Lightning is still fine though. Like that'll still hurt it.
Oh no, it's lightning and poison, so you can choose either. Yeah.
We'll do lightning.
Alright.
Cool.
God, that is some fucking damage.
11 plus 6 plus 3. That's 20 damage.
Yeah, now it is a spell, of course, so it's only doing half damage, but that was a fucking meaty Chaos Bolt. And
Why
you
is
were
it
doing
only
this?
half damage?
Are you
Oh
doing
no,
it on
that's
the
right.
dog?
No, you're doing it on the fucking dog. Yeah, the dog just explodes. The
Okay.
hellhound, you literally are pointing at it at point blank, and it just fucking explodes.
Ew.
Ooh, nasty.
Yeah, it gets all over you. It's not fun. And
Aw.
actually, some of it's kind of burning you because it's fucking. It's a hellhound. It's hot.
You know what? I'm a tiefling. I'm good.
Dude, I put an image of what it's giving me right now on the fucking thing.
Yeah, let me see here. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I'll check that out later. I might just rebuild your spell then and see if like that'll fix it, because that's not supposed to be doing that. All right, easy fix for later though.
Okay.
Yep. So you're just covered in dog guts.
Gross.
Yep. The hellhounds are dead as our boy over here walks up, and
Well,
he's
wait.
going to.
Does Solia want to move?
Oh yeah, sorry. Does Sola, do you want to move before anything else?
Yep.
Because you have not moved. Because now the fucking dog is dead. You hide behind Bliss.
Bliss does have more health though, so.
Bliss looks very offended.
That's because Bliss is the one who wanted to hide behind
I am
someone's
the
body.
one who does the hide. How dare
If you
you?
hide behind someone who's hidden, do you hide with them?
Is she
not.
hidden?
No.
Okay.
Wish.
He walks forward and lifts up his claymore, but instead of swinging at anyone, he literally just drops it down onto our boy Vorton.
Oh.
No!
And he looks at you and says, "This is what it means to despair." And
He's
Vorton,
so edgy. Why is he so edgy?
man, it's almost like he's a demon armor in hell.
Yeah. Does that
Wow.
mean that Vorton's dead? or he just fails?
Vorton is dead.
Oh god,
he-
okay.
Oh.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
As you just feel the last grasp of your soul connected, and you are gone.
Okay, there we go. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody! And actually, for this one, Vorton, I want you to make a religion check with advantage.
Get us meet your god.
Alright, good. Alright, we're gonna hold on to that for a little bit later. Until then, it is now Kandor's turn. You just saw this guy. He was not like his beasts. He did not focus on the danger ahead of him. He saw someone wounded dying, and he fucking took it.
How wounded does he look?
Not very.
Okay, first things first, I'm gonna yell and say, Tempest to go back to the room. And, hang on, let me find it. And I think I gotta make sure if I have this at... No, okay, yeah, it's vibrational, and I am going invisible.
Later, fuckers!
Yeah. And, is this an open or closed door?
That actually is a closed door, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll a D100 to see if it's locked. Because I never did decide if that door was gonna be locked. I didn't think anybody was gonna go for it before you killed the boss. It's locked.
If I...
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. If I try to open it, would that make my invisibility go away?
That would not make your invisibility go away, but it would be very obvious that that's where you are.
That's okay. it still makes I'm still invisible, which makes me super hard to hit and be seen.
Yes, it does.
I don't think I can do anything this turn because that was an action, but I'm just chilling here. I'm just invisible.
All right, Bliss, your friend kind of just dipped the fuck out.
I mean, she probably knows exactly what happened. She's like, oh, I see.
Procedure number 342, I understand.
I mean, I as well. So yeah,
These are monsters.
Hey, man,
I don't know what I was thinking.
I'm
I don't know what I was thinking making this boss hard. Like, this is a doable. Well, alright, I'm gonna hold on to that actually, but I don't know what I was thinking that you guys would actually fight this thing to the end. I love it. I'm not complaining in the slightest. Alright, Bliss, that is your turn. You're just moving. Now, I do want to point out, Bliss, you have thieves' tools. You could try to lockpick the door.
Can I?
Yes, you can.
Can I do it right now?
Yes, you can. Make a sleight of hand check for me. You're messing with the tumblers and you break your pick, but you're pretty sure you can get this open if you give it a couple more tries.
Aki.
Alright, Grandolph! The wise and useless!
I'm scared.
Drink your other potion, bitch. Do it.
How much? Well, I'll check the blue potion. I got that in a second.
You could knowledge check the blue potion. Or just drink it.
Alright, by that sound effect, I'm going to assume he's just going to drink it. Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to see here.
Become a god.
You do have a lot of... Yeah, he has a lot... Okay, this is what we're gonna do. As you drink the potion, you feel sort of like this surge of magical energy where you feel it. Any of your touch spells can now instead be cast at a 10-foot distance. For this one turn.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna make this more fun. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh boy.
Because I came up with this kind of hoping to help you with your fire. You can get it for
boy.
3 turns. Make these things count.
Yeah, totally, because I haven't rolled 2 1s on my shocking grasp yet.
Hey, on the plus side, you have a 10 feet distance now, so it's not like you can't run away.
Eh.
Alright, you're gonna need to be more like here, but yes. Shocking grasp does not hit.
Imagine that. Cool beans.
Alright. Vorton, you are unfortunately passed. We will get to. I will have a special moment for you, buddy. Don't worry. Sola, it's now your turn again.
Run, bitch, run!
How high is the roof here?
Same as always. It's like a couple tens of feet. Like you could easily fly over the armored body and then through the door.
Well, I'm just gonna do another Chaos Bolt.
Alright. 14 does not hit.
Fuck.
I wish there were action dice. Sadness.
Yeah. And then I can move afterwards, right?
Yes, you can fly and move afterwards. You can still escape.
Then I can move 30?
Yep. Okay. Hellhounds are dead. Big Strunk boy is going to look at the wizard who just tried to attack him, and he's going to move closer. He does not hit. That disadvantage completely.
I don't do that.
Here's the second attack, which might actually hit. Yeah, that's going to be a 17 to hit.
And now I cast shield.
Alright.
At least you have all those spell slots for shield.
At least you can survive. Candor, it's your turn again. As the big bad, like you literally just see him lift up his claymore and just go. "Ugh! Ugh!" He's like continuously hitting at the magical barrier you're holding up.
I'm just gonna like ready my action to rush through this door and go find this treasure, quote unquote treasure, as soon as Bliss opens it. Like before she can even run, I'm running ahead of her if she opens it.
Alright, Bliss, you can use your action to try and lockpick the door again. So sleight of hand.
Fuck!
Another, no, that's another one busted. It's not looking good for you.
Sadness.
Do you yell fucking character?
I would.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was about to say like that sounds like something Bliss would do. Randolph. Oh, go ahead.
Is that not incredibly obvious that she's doing that? That would be loud, wouldn't it?
I mean, you know, it might be kind of quiet.
I probably wouldn't yell it. Like, I'm not that dumb.
Randolph, it is now your turn as this hellish armor continues to swing its blade as it tells you, "You will all fall one by one."
Nice shocker.
That hits.
Yeah.
Now you can get away from it.
Yeah, now you can get away with it without taking any major issues.
Randolph's gonna kill him. By sheer luck.
Sure.
You know, it could happen. Give it time. Many more shocking grasp later.
I'll tell you what, if he can continuously keep casting and hitting Shocking Grasp for like the next 10 rounds, maybe you guys can get out of here alive.
Sadness.
Sola, it's your turn again.
Does taking out a weapon count as a turn?
No, it does not. Free action.
Okay, I am going to hit him with a crossbow bolt.
Alright. Fire! Does not hit.
We suck.
We really do. The
Maybe we
fucking
deserve to die.
Maybe we need to roll the character.
This might just, you know what, like, this might have just proves, like, you know what, maybe this is a trial run.
Can we wake up in the real world like, oh, what a bad dream we had? Let's all meet up at the bar.
God.
It's like, man, I hope that never happens as you all wake up as a goblin attack is happening. It's like, oh, this is probably how we died. It's Soldier Boy up in this. Oh, watch him flay you. Watch you go. He's gonna again disadvantage. That is gonna be a 15. This guy hits like a fucking truck. You're casting shield again. Alright, how many more spell slots do you have? Have you been keeping track of that?
I got 2 more shields.
He's got 2 more shields in him.
I think you also still have 2 second level slots.
You can technically
no.
use those. You're right.
Your Misty Step you have as Fey Teleportation, though. I think you can use it as like a skill or a trait, not
Oh.
Yep.
once. You can do it once per rest. So yeah, you still technically can have a second level slot.
Candor, are you still holding your turn?
Yep. I'm holding. I'm waiting for her to get this lock done.
I'm
Alright.
doing my best.
Bliss, it's your turn.
Ah!
No, unfortunately, it does not get the. You're really starting to groan at how good of a security this door is. Grandolph, it's your turn. This is hilarious to me.
How do I know if it's a bonus action? Oh, casting time.
Generally, I should just say.
Yeah. So we're going to.
Hey!
That hits! I mean, you run away again.
If Bliss wasn't preoccupied, she would comment, but
Why? It just shows me casting magic. You don't know how much damage I'm doing. Fuck off.
And we can see that it looks less. It's like it's just getting weaker.
It's more than you're doing.
Look, listen.
True.
Every man in Grandolph's age sometimes need a little bit of help, you know?
The blue pill didn't do what I wanted it to.
Sola, it's now your turn.
Please do more than I have.
I'm gonna try to hit it with another crossbow bolt, I guess.
Alright. Does not hit.
oh my god.
He's a beefy boy. Candor, are you?
Can I not move?
I'm sorry, Sola. Go. You're gonna move.
There.
Okay. Candor, are you just gonna hang out there still? How long does your invisibility last for?
An hour.
It lasts. Yeah. It's an hour with concentration.
And
We're
you haven't
gonna
been
be
touched
invisible a
yet.
while.
So.
Yeah. We're just chilling. I'm just chilling, holding my action. Tempest by this point.
Come
is probably-
on!
You suck.
I quit! I quit!
Well,
I quit life.
Grandolph, it's your turn again.
Oh boy. It's my turn.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Now he has 4 targets to attack.
So, how long does that last for? 1 minute?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, with multiple levels of disadvantage, he just can't touch you now for a whole minute.
Woohoo.
He'll like swing at your clones, and we'll just see if the clones die. That's the most that's going on now.
Okay.
Did not mean to click some kind of sound.
All right. So again, do you want to fire another crossbow bolts?
That's not working so well.
No, it's not.
Nothing is working. It's okay.
That's true. I am going to cast Chaos Bolt. Can I do that?
Do you have enough spell slots, or is that like a?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. You can, if you have enough spell slots.
Yeah, I have one more of each of them.
Okay. So click that, and then I'll roll the stuff for you. 17 does not hit.
Oh my god.
Why did you do this to us?
Yeah.
You really hate us this much?
Alright, in my
What did I do to
defense,
you?
I did not
Who
expect.
hurt you?
What the? Actually, it's more like the monsters were hurting you. In my defense, I did not expect you guys to just let your paladin die.
What were we supposed
What
to
are
do?
we supposed to do?
Hope that none of
Oh,
them
wait,
was
turn
healing.
There's magic
Go
didn't work on it.
Go into the room.
He didn't
Give
even.
them more targets.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you
And
get
you're
2
right. You're
targets to
right.
attack.
Vorton did not exactly like try to maneuver or anything. He just kind of took the hits. So you're right.
He also only had 2 people to attack because everyone else hid.
I mean, we're magic casters.
I
but
do
it's
my
not-
best when I'm
One
sneaking.
is a rogue who can literally do the most damage and dodge.
That actually is kind of fair. Like, you could have been stabbing the armor dude quite a few times with advantage while Vorton was like keeping him busy, and probably have killed him by now.
Yep.
Because as long as like he. Yeah, this was very doable, but your tank's dead and most of you are out of magic.
Or only have magic that is helpful out of combat.
Sorry.
It's this big guy's turn. He's kind of tired of chasing the fucking wizard who keeps blocking all of his attacks, so... He still has disadvantage because of that fucking enchantment.
We're also invisible.
But we're invisible.
Wait, how is... Oh, does she also have the invisibility?
They're both invisible.
Yeah.
You've also been fiddling and cursing at that door for, like, the past, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah, but would he notice that in the midst of battle?
They've
No, he
They've been
won't.
extremely loud though with
Don't
their fucking
encourage their
fiddling of the
pointless-
goddamn thing.
I will
How
say
many
because...
shit have you broken?
I will say this, that all of that does make sense, so with that being the case, he's actually gonna go for Sola.
What?
He's
Wait.
kind of tired of fighting the fucking wizard, because the wizard just keeps blocking all of his attacks. So he's gonna take two swings at disadvantage. 12.
It meets it.
Okay, so he's gonna get to do hit damage to you once.
Blood
Okay,
But roll.
cast a blood shield. How often can you cast that?
As long as I have fucking dices, which I have dices.
You have to be, yeah, you gotta be keeping track of your hit points. How many hit point dice you're using for this?
Is that not what the blood dice is right here listed?
Sorry, repeat that, you cut out on my end.
I have blood dice. It's listed directly under sorcery points.
Let me grab that and pull up your character sheet. Because this is a homebrew thing, so it's a little less... Yep, so you got... Alright, so yeah, you're casting it again, so you've got, yep.
Because I had an extra one on top of that. I just immediately have 3. I had 4.
Right, yeah, because you took the blood from him earlier.
Yeah.
Your expended hit die plus... Well... I follow what you're saying, yeah, because you technically have other blood things, and you've been taking blood from the corpses. Otherwise, you'd have to be burning your hit points, which is where it would, like, slow down. Alright, yep, that's how that works. Alright, so he, roll your hit points to see if it fucking, what the health is.
It's 4. 4.
Yep.
4 HP. Does a 14 hit the shield?
What?
Yes, it's 13.
Yes.
So
The
he's
AC is 13.
He's gonna roll his damage. Oh look, a 6. It takes the shield out.
And I take 2?
No, you don't take any extra.
No, the shield
Oh!
blocks all damage from you. It's just you have to conjure the shield again and expend another blood dice or hit dice.
Okay,
I
so
think
then
you
I'm
have
actually at
used-
10 originally then. Because I
Yeah.
thought I was supposed to take it afterwards, but okay.
No.
Nope.
And you can't do it again for the next attack because that was your reaction.
Yes.
Yep. So he gets to attack you a second time, which he might completely miss. That's a fucking 6. That ain't hitting shit.
Thank God.
Good. Alright, Kandor, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm either going to run if she opens it, like run in, or if she doesn't open it, I'm just gonna try and like kick the door in.
Just alright, you're gonna hold your action to see how Bliss handles this next
Yeah.
roll. Alright.
It's okay, you got this.
I
You
got
did it! 21! You finally hear the tumblers click as the door pops open.
Sorry, I have to
Uh,
move you so I can move.
Kandor, you rush into the room.
I rush after him.
What you both find is gold. Gold! Gold! More than you could possibly pocket all at once. And in the middle of it is a red orb.
I'm gonna immediately grab the red orb and then
Alright?
start pocketing gold.
I'm gonna start shoveling gold into my pockets.
Alright, both of you make sleight of hand checks and then I'll dictate how much gold you get.
Oh, of course.
Oh!
That's a good one.
Now I
let's
roll
see.
a good When it's important, I guess.
Oh, not 20!
Alright, Kandor, you're able to stuff 40, I'm gonna say, you're grabbing like a shit ton of gold as you're going through this. I'm gonna say you were able to grab 80 gold pieces and stuff them into like a small sack, whereas Bliss, you're able to grab 40 pieces of gold.
I gotta put a red orb on here.
And before you both leave, there are also 2 small unlabeled little parchments.
I am going to. As I say, I'm gonna look at Bliss and just reach my hand out, even though we can't see each other, and just like hopefully we take one each, you know.
Bliss, are you going to just take one? Or are you going to try and steal the other one?
We're grabbing and we're going, okay?
Alright. Alright, and you can make your movements to get out of the room if you like, because I don't think that was 30 feet for you all.
I say it was 25 for me, and I think it was, we can both.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bliss.
I don't know
Yeah.
how.
You can only get 5.
Yeah, you move 1 square up. Grandolph, it's your turn.
Is talking a free action?
Yes.
I'm like, Mr. Armor Dude, your door just opened.
Oh, wow.
And then I go here.
Great!
What a dick
I
move.
feel called out.
What a dick move, you guys fucking abandoned us while we're dying.
We're trying to get the thing that can get us all out of here.
I don't
Right.
And
Sure.
also, if you guys could go invisible, which Randolph, could if he had it prepared, I think, you would probably be running too.
You do the same in their position.
Yeah, you would, bitch. Don't lie.
So, you're staring down the big, scary, evil fire armor.
Ah.
Just
Oh, I'm
run.
sorry, no, Grandolph, that was a
Just
free
run.
action. Are you doing anything else, Grandolph?
I'm chilling.
Alright.
I can't do anything.
Alright, Sola.
Can you teleport through walls?
Yes, you can if you know where you're going.
Just
I have to-
teleport the fuck out of there.
I have to see where I'm going. It says I have to see where I'm going.
Yeah.
Lame. Lame.
Sola, what are you gonna do?
Thinking about it, just a second.
No worries. This is actively turned out very terrible. Okay, to be honest, this is not how this should have turned out. I'm going to explain to you all by the end of it why this shouldn't have turned out the way it turned out.
Well, half of our party decided not to do anything.
Yeah, no, that's part of it. That's very part of it.
And
You
that's
know,
why I ratted them out. I don't know
this
these
is-
people.
This is an example of a tactical retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like an example of greed.
I mean, it's it characters, so.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally just them as characters.
No, it is. It 100% is. It's just, this is also... This is just reminding me, it's like, yeah, this is why anti-heroes never fucking survive long in D&D. You really need to work or else you all die.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna Chaos Bolt again, I guess. Can I do that with my second spell? Like the level
Yes,
2
you
spell
can.
slot? Okay, well,
Yep.
I'm gonna do that then.
Okay?
Nope.
That does not hit. Oh. And if you try to move, he will get an attack of opportunity. But if you survive, you'll also have escaped him. Because if you just stay there, he's also going to try to attack you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go here.
Alright, here comes the first attack. Disadvantage. That is an 8.
Doesn't hit.
Second attack. Oh, that is a 15.
Can I Blood Shield?
You can blood shield.
Which is just the hit die, right?
Yes. You roll a hit dice to see, and then add your charisma.
So 5.
Hey, it's still blocking the damage, so...
He slices through it again, but it does block the damage, allowing you to escape unharmed.
Okay. Did he hit it? I guess, yeah, he did.
He hit it, and then he did a 6 damage.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Alright, and that is now his turn. He's gonna start... He kind of just groans and just says, "Cowards, the lot of you. You'll all suffer long, horrible ends down here." And he starts walking towards Grandolph. That's 14 to hit.
No, and I have my mirror images up too.
Are you gonna? Does that hit?
The 14, no.
All right. Second attack. Oh, that is a 6. So both those attacks just completely miss as you're kind of like constantly vibrating with all your fucking mirror image cells. He can't hit you, but you can't hit them. And when he gets finally fed up with that, he was about at the door, so he's gonna move 10 more feet and get ready to block the door entrance. He just sort of just roars at you with his flames. He starts going towards the door when you point it out to him. Candor and Bliss, it's your turn again.
Yeah, I'm dashing and getting the fuck out of here.
Alright.
Bliss, unfortunately, can run a lot faster than I can.
I can.
You can dash as a bonus action and your action.
Yeah, so you can literally just piece the fuck out.
Oh, I pieced the fuck out. How far can I go?
Yeah,
30, 30, 30, 90 feet.
90 feet.
Yeah, fuck off. I'm out of here.
Meow!
No.
Alright. Grandolph, it's your turn. He's leaving you alone.
You might want to also dash.
Yep, you can do that.
Eh.
Grandolph escapes. And I'm gonna say he, on his next turn, continues just to fucking check the door. And
Like a
gives a bit...
dumbass.
It's a very hard, loud, fiery roar, as I'm gonna say for brevity's sake, the rest of you just make it back into the safe room.
Oh my god. And when we get inside, I'm gonna lock the door with the key. For sure.
I have a feeling he can't leave that room.
And drop my invisibility.
The painting is looking even blurrier than it was before, but you can still see motion in it. It's very kind of trippy, like how it almost echoes his movement, but you can tell he's kind of trying to see who's alive and if you got what was necessary.
Hope it was the orb, because that's what we got.
Yeah.
Everyone can roll an insight check. Alright. Kendor, you're the only one who's able to really kind of get it, but you see the head motion of a nod, and you realize that yes, he in fact, it is the orb, and he motions for you to set it into the chest.
Okay, I do as I believe he is directing me.
He tried with that nat 20. You're just able to read him completely. You're just super hyper focused. He motions to turn the key. With that.
Yeah, I do it.
And as you do, the box, the chest, sort of lights up with that bright light, flashes, and then it just throws open, and flames burst from the chest and start to engulf the entire room and all of you inside it.
Oh, that's not cool.
It says interdimensional.
It
Or
happens.
it's fire.
It happens so quickly and so sporadically, none of you have time to really react in the slightest. And as the flames engulf you and you just feel heat and see bright light, you also notice the fire doesn't hurt. It's uncomfortable, but it almost feels like you feel as though you're feeling this warmth to your bodies that you didn't even realize was missing. And eventually, you all finally wake up back into the real
Not all.
world. Well, no, not all of you, unfortunately. You all sort of begin to row in the real world as you take the first real breaths that you've had since you all died. And it is both painful, rough, and at the same time, something to cherish, because for the first time you guys are actually breathing. As the fires sort of get snuffed out all around you. And you're no longer in the room. Each of you is sort of sprawled out or sort of just like pulling yourself up from the rubble of a destroyed and just demolished town. But you all do see each other, save for the paladin you left behind. And you all look like shit.
Great.
As I am waking up, I am really freaking out and like starting to have a panic attack. Just putting that out there.
Yep, I like that. Like you're just kind of breathing heavily, like kind of like rocking back and forth a little.
Yeah, like a really heavy panic attack, and I'm just like pulling Tempest into my arms and petting her, and looking at Bliss.
Bliss is also freaking out, but also trying to console Condor by like patting his back a little too hard.
It's like
Like she
really
doesn't know how to
fast.
actually console someone, and she's doing her best because she saw someone doing this once.
How are Grandolph, the once again alive, and Sola doing?
Still useless.
I'm just gonna glare at the two that are, I don't know, one that's freaking out and the other one that's consoling them.
I'm
Yeah,
too
I like
freaked
that.
out
I'm
to
gonna do the
really.
same.
Yeah.
Oh, Randolph, you look at the small drow child, notice that she's glowering at the other two. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do that too. I guess Candor and Bliss, neither of you are able to probably perceive that they're glaring at you.
Oh, definitely not.
What do you all do as you're back into the world of the living? Or do you do anything else before I make you do something?
Nope. I'm just gonna stand there being pissed.
Alright.
I'm gonna stretch a little bit because I'm assuming our actual bodies are a little sore.
Yeah, you could say that. In fact, you could also say that, sore, stabbed, kind of scabby. Your bodies look like they've literally been through hell. Badum-tish. No, like, you actually look at yourselves and you look like you were actually in a battle. Like, you should, like, it looks bad.
Where's the painting guy?
He is not there.
Is the painting there?
No,
Is the box there?
no.
He
Are the
probably
books
woke
there?
up wherever he lives.
The room, the box, everything except for what was on your person is gone.
Where? I'm gonna fly up and try to get a look at the surroundings to see where the fuck we are.
You fly up and you look all around, and the only thing you see is just devastation for miles. It is nothing but burnt fields, muddy ground, soldiers and citizens, and something else just decorating this landscape with their bodies.
Okay, well I'm going to go investigate the something else then. I'm not gonna get too close flying, but At least
Right.
close enough that I can hover above it safely, so like 20 feet at least.
Go ahead and roll either perception or investigation. Whichever you're better at.
I'm terrible at both, so...
I'm gonna say that this is how we're gonna do this, because this is how we'll wrap up. You kind of see from a distance these very furry, like creatures. They're very canine-like, and as you kind of fly a little closer, because you can't quite see them, you do get a better look at them, and they have these very like hyena-like features. They're these, just these humanoid-like hyenas, and you know what they are. The name just escapes you, and then suddenly, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yup.
Is that right?
That's correct. You just freeze in place as all of the flashes and images of what happened to this place just batter your mind. Your eyes begin to just glow that translucent holy view as in seconds you see and remember what happened here. You were all doing your own thing, minding your own business, weren't even aware of one another. And then you heard the bells of a town echoing over and over again. It's a system anyone in Faerun is well aware of. It is a simple run and hide. Something big is coming. But as you heard the bells, the walls of the town, it's a fairly big-sized town, just were already crumbling from large, fiery balls of melting rock. And the gnolls, these heinous, monstrous-like humanoids, rushed the town and just tore through everyone. But that wasn't what was really terrifying. Gnolls, hobgoblins, these things happen. What was really the thing that could never be you're amazed that you ever forgot. Oh, come on, Roll20. I put that image in there and you took it away. 1 second. Oh, really? I never... Okay, well. I'll put at least the icon I have of it up. And I'll make it nice and big for you. What terrified you most was when you saw a sizable handful of these guys. These generals of the gnolls, just breathing flames and fire, having multi-tailed whips at their hand as they just pointed, barked, and howled in their horrible laughter as the attack went on. And as you remember all this, and you look at the rest of the destruction of this field, that is where we're going to end the session tonight.
Okay.
I will say, Vorton,
I'm dead.
With your saving throw, you felt the fires of this hell begin to burn you, and then suddenly you heard a dragon's roar echo, and your being just resonate. And then the next thing you knew, you felt peace.
Okay. I got peace.
Oh. Sadness.
Yep. Bahamut saved you from eternal damnation.
Yay. I knew he was a kind god.
Okay.
That was intense.
Yee.
Oh, I have a quick question.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, you said we only took with us what was on our person. If I was holding the key when I put it in the chest, did it come with me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good.
We'll
I
have
imagine the orb probably not, because it was in the chest.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, the key is still with you.
Yeah.
I am gonna have to plan scenarios around differently in the future. I wasn't expecting everyone to hide in one room.
Well, there was a trap on the door and nobody could get past it.
I was
said we all
expecting them
could,
to
'cause we
run
were-
in.
No,
and
I
fight
mentioned
us.
I mentioned that like everyone who knew the trap was there could easily, like, if you didn't stand on the trap, you could move past it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew we
That's
could
why.
get past
That's
it,
why we went through.
but I was like,
I thought you
No.
misty stepped.
no.
No, he didn't Misty Step into the room. He used Misty Step while in the room, but
Hmm.
yeah, I appreciate where you're coming from with that, Luna. But as you saw, it only took one round before he just broke out of the trap anyway.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be more helpful.
That's fine. Like, in the future, now you know that, like, if you can get in there and stab someone, you should try and do that, like, all the time, because you probably would have killed him, actually. You do
Oh,
the
we
most
totally
damage
would've.
on the team.
Yeah, the
Mind
rogues
you-
are some of the highest
Yes!
damage dealing.
I mean, think about it. Like, everyone else has, like, all their spells and stuff, but you more consistently, if you hit, you can do your base damage and then your sneak attack damage, which you've seen what what happens with. Plus, you're rolling with advantage, which means you can crit.
Well, and you were both invisible too.
Yeah.
I mean, the moment that we
By
attacked
then
or
he was
anything,
dead, and I was figuring, okay, we need to get this and get out of here before it
Yeah.
parted
Yep.
us.
because I was gonna help him, but then it was like, oh shit, I'm gonna die.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
have any like healing shit either.
Me neither.
so-
No,
No.
see, it's not just all on Luna. The funny thing is, like, when Grendel said, I only have fire spells, I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know you only had fire spells.
Everything else that isn't fire is touch.
So now, as a wizard, you are going to be able to rectify that. Diversify your portfolio a little.
Well, my main goal for this character is to run in, do a bunch of like close damage, and then run away. Repeat.
My question is, why would
Well-
a wizard do that?
Well, now we
because
can
I'm a
get an
blade
actual
singing
sword.
wizard. That's
yeah,
what
you
they
should
do.
have you should have been attacking with your sword. You
He
blade
doesn't
singer.
have a sword.
I don't have a
That's
sword.
right.
I have a
You have a
1d4 dagger. That's why I
So,
wasn't attacking with it.
Wizards are generally
Okay.
long range damage.
No, the
Not
blade singing is.
singers.
Oh, you're a
They're
blade
supposed to
singer.
get up close.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We're gonna have to get you a sword.
Yeah.
I need a rapier. That's what I'm
Yep.
proficient in.
Yeah.
To make that work a little bit differently. And I now know at least that I'm going to need to give you guys gerblins for a while and not throw such hard monsters. Now I do want to defend myself on this. I gave you guys that disadvantage boon, which is what saved everyone else. This was when running it through the calculator, this was only considered a hard fight, not a deadly fight. So this was on par with what you guys should have been able to do. But now I see, like, okay, so we're gonna have to, like, switch some things around, which is fine. I'm glad that we figured it out now.
Well, hard can still mean deadly, because D&D is an RNG game, right?
Yeah.
Well, and half of us didn't. More than half of us didn't hit their attacks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the roll. That's the dice.
Yeah.
That's dice for it.
Like my
But-
3 nat ones I got.
But that's also the thing is that, like, for instance, like I said, like Luna's entire thing about being a rogue is that she can zip in, poke, and zip out. It's not just RNG. Just saying that D&D is RNG is really taking away from the strategy and how much players do have control over their own stuff.
Well, we had no tactics at all. We just kind of ran in.
Yeah, which now you've learned the hard way that that's not always going to work.
Someone
Well, I
just opened the
tried
door.
to literally not do that.
Nah. I did see some strategery, and that's it. I'm not like if I'm giving the idea of like, man, you guys fucked, was like, no, you're new to the game. Like this, I'm glad this happened now rather than later, because if it happens later, it's like, oh shit, I can't write myself out of this one. And this was still fun because, like, when I will give you guys super props on this, you survived. Like, you guys definitely used your abilities
guys
to
survived.
survive. And when shit was looking bad, you said, "Fuck it, we're grabbing our shit and going," which is one of the best things of D&D. Because sometimes you just don't have to fight. Sometimes you can just steal someone's shit and leave.
I mean, yeah, my character is he's tailored for out of combat things.
Yep.
Yep.
And also to share the blame with this, like, that's also where I fucked up. I'm very used to players like picking up on this quickly, so I should have been like, let's give them something a little easy to play some things out and introduce mechanics. But because last week went so well, I thought, oh shit, they're fine. I can throw something hard at them now.
It's
So-
okay.
This was still a lot of fun. I enjoyed your guys' antics. So we will meet together next week. I will have a proper list of components to give you your double dodge. So that's something that Grandolph will be able to cast in the future.
Cool.
Does anybody have questions for me before we end tonight?
Can I reroll a new character then?
I'm going to talk to you about that, actually.
Okay.
Are we on a checkpoint level up system?
Yes, but you
Okay.
did... Yeah, but, like, since you
Oh, no,
technically
I
didn't
was just
win.
curious.
Yeah,
I was just curious.
I don't like using the experience system because that means that people could fall really far behind because they don't kill things.
See, Luna and I are in another game together, and we do XP, but it's like, if you skirt the danger, you get so much XP. If you battle and win, you get XP. So it's like, it balances out, but I just never know.
Yeah, I feel it. I'm glad you said something. Yeah, I definitely go by I like that Bree put in Discord, like, changed their thing to Dungeons and Demigods.
Yeah.
We go by story metrics, like you get so far into the adventure and I let you guys level up. For now, I hope you guys had fun. You guys actually did very good for what turned into a bad situation, and now we know how to, like, rearrange some stuff. So if you have any questions about what you want to do with your character sheets, let me know. And we will get back together next week, and I will help you all define where we go from here.
Okay.
Why do I even try?
Poor Grandolph.
Grandolph is not very nimble in his old age. Have a good night, guys, and thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.